test in line with in line with professional demands. So, this test and medical investigation was comprehensively conducted. At the end of the day, they also came out with far-reaching recommendations, and also which includes further medical investigation in view of the fact that the medical reports requested from the SSS were not given to them, that they need him to undergo comprehensive medical examination. So, and also they recommended some drugs and everything, which I may not be able to mention at this point. So, those far-reaching medical investigations to be conducted didn't take place immediately, because you know one thing about we and the SSS, when recommendations is made, you write them, notify them. It takes weeks before they will start doing those tasks. They're complying. So, or probably calling them out before they will start complying. So the later medical investigation was conducted. I was about a month ago. So, and I was in any of this process exercise. I used to be part of it, because he insisted I must always be available to ensure, to witness and see what was being done. So we visited about 2 different medical facilities where this examination took place. Though they told me when I asked questions then, that some of these results has to be taken overseas, and it will take about 2 weeks before it will be ready and made available to him. However, when I raised when it became obvious to me that this is not coming out as we expected, or as I was told, so I issued a statement. That was I issued last week. So, and part of the concerns I raised in that statement was the delay in making these findings available to Mazi Nnamdi, so I can also undergo the recommendations contained therein. So probably for 8 hours after raising that concerns, I got a call from his doctors that the medical reports is available. So, and that communication has also been filed before the SSS. So anyone from now will be meeting with him, so to discuss the findings and other solutions available. And probably after that meeting, I also make available, also inform the world and also Nwachineke the extent of what we have done and what is being discussed, or what solutions are agreed upon. So as far as the medical issue is concerned, so this is where we are now as regards to his medical condition. Hopefully I'll see him any moment from this time. So I will not be able to mention date and time. But as soon as I finish meeting with him, I'll make it available to the world about the outcome of that meeting. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Barrister. Thank you for that clarification, which means his medical health condition is improving. It's not maybe deteriorating as it was before. I think that is what I will get from there. But he still needs more attention medically. I don't know if I'm right.
Yes.
Exactly. All right. Okay. Let's take another question, Barrister. Barrister, I hope you can hear me.
I'm hearing you very loud and clear.
All right. All right. Okay. Let's come to the D-Day now regarding the issue. On 15th of this month, 15th of this month, which is the Supreme Court ruling. We know that you have passed through tough time, and a lot of things has happened in defending our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the IPOB. This is your right as a legal practitioner in Nigeria, but we understand what is behind it. What is the expectation? What is the expectation? What is the expectation will it be regarding that day on the judgment? What do you, by the Biafrans, what are we going to see? What do you think is what we are going to, what is our expectation on that day?
Okay, thank you. It's very unfortunate that we operate a system where people are asking questions of this nation. We operate a system where people are begging the arm of government to respect court orders, and also to do the needful. It's important at this point in time to make this clear. Though I've repeatedly said it in some of my press releases and interviews granted to mainstream media in Nigeria. But I wish I was speaking a very low manner so people understand what I'm saying. As very unfortunate as it is, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case is first of its kind in this country, where a court of superior decision, in this case, Court of Appeal, Intermediate Court of Records, delivered a judgment and directed for a citizen to be released unconditionally, one, for there to be no further trial on any form of indictment concerning that citizen, for there to be no further detention concerning that citizen. Then the government went on appeal. Without going into the merit or otherwise of the appeal, this has never happened before since the history of my practice of as a lawyer in this country. As a matter of fact, there's no legal jurisprudence, there's no legal decision, there's no deciding authority that authorizes a state to appeal, to file an appeal of this nation. Because the law is right and clear. When a citizen who is being prosecuted or who is being, yes, prosecuted on a criminal matter is discharged in the circumstance in which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged, amounting to acquittal, the person will naturally, assuming the person was in court on the day the pronouncement was made by the court, walk free from that court without being interrupted, intercepted, or arrested by anybody, sent to his house. This is the system. This is how it operates. I've never seen where a court will say, we decide that someone has no case to answer, or someone is discharged and acquitted, then the person, a government prosecuting, will appeal. And on top of that, continue to detain the person. It hasn't happened. Now, a charge was brought against him before the Federal High Court. On application led by Professor Michael Zekome's team, the court struck out 8-count charge out of the 15-count charge. Unsatisfied with many counts, an appeal was filed against the remaining 7-count charge. Federal government responded. The appeal was argued on the merits, and the court upheld our appeal and consequently struck out the remaining 7-count charge. The court did not only struck out the remaining count charge, the court discharged Nnamdi Kanu of any further indictment. Even after striking out that 7-count charge, the court proceeded to rule to direct the federal government to release him unconditionally. The court further proceeded to direct the federal government not to entertain, not to file any charge or indictment against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in any court in Nigeria. Ordinarily, what's expected in the circumstance is for the federal government to comply with the order of the court without further ado. But it's important for me to also mention that when this was going on, when that judgment was delivered, the federal government took 2 far-reaching steps to circumvent the judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal. One, on that day, the judgment was delivered, being 13th of October, 2022. The federal government went to State Court, Federal High Court, and filed a fresh charge against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when this fresh charge was filed against him, it was given to the press to announce in their usual manner, and it was widely published. We are not served with this charge. Now, 2, they filed an application to stay execution of judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal. So, on the following day, when the matter was slated for report of the outcome of the proceeding before the Court of Appeal, the following week, we went to court. Then the court was also giving the judgment of the Court of Appeal that said, you should not be tried before any court. You should not be further detained. It should be released unconditionally. Then the court said, I don't have jurisdiction to present a charge. Okay, let us have the charge. They didn't serve the charge. And the court consequently struck out that fresh charge they filed against him. That's number one. Number two, they filed an application to stay the execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal. And I've mentioned it here. I've said it in several forums. I've also said it in various Nigerian media houses. That there's no legal authority, both statutory laws or case laws, that authorize the staying the execution of a judgment that's discharged and in the circumstance of that judgment acquitted a citizen of crimes indictment against him. This an application to stay the execution of the judgment was purely predicated on civil provisions of the Court of Appeal rules. Civil provisions of the Court of Appeal rules. No criminal provision, because what we're talking about is criminal proceedings before the Court of Appeal. And courts sitting by presided over by a different panel this time around, granted this unprecedented order, staying the execution of the Court of Appeal. We then proceeded. The appeal against the judgment of the Court of Appeal. Then the court, on a different panel, now before a different panel, the court granted the order, staying the execution of the Court of Appeal. Now, when this was done, the federal government went to sleep. They practically abandoned the appeal before the Supreme Court. They didn't file the appellate brief within the time specified by the same court. That court that granted order had stated a time limit within which the federal government is to file the appellate brief and transmit record. They didn't file the appellate brief. As a matter of fact, the transmit of records to Supreme Court was done at our own prompting, because they abandoned everything and left. Because what their intention is to keep now, they can pursue it, pursue distinction before the NSSS. The compilation of the record of the Court of Appeal to Supreme Court was done at our own prompting. They didn't file appellate brief within the time stated in the ruling delivered by the certified copy. In fact, as a matter of fact, as stands today before judgment coming up next week, federal government didn't serve us the appellate brief the first file. They didn't serve us that process because we got it via an application for certified true copy to the of the Supreme Court before we were able to be given a copy of what they filed. And we responded. All this we articulated in process before the Supreme Court, and is exhaustively argued by Professor Michael Zekome during the address. So, when the matter came up for hearing, we have a lot of applications, so many applications before the Supreme Court. One for transfer to a correctional center pending determination of the appeal. 2, bail. 3, for medical, for doctors to see him. So this application, in line with the extant rules of the court and practice, we are all disposed of. Then, and also an application for extension of time to file their appellate, which they file out of time, and also an application to regularize what they file. So on that day, they also came up with another application, which was served on us a day before the date set for the hearing. What's this application about? Application to amend their grounds of appeal, and also to deem the grounds of appeal amended as properly filed and staffed. When we look at this application before the court, let us seek Professor Michael Zekome also. After we put our heads together, we understand that the essence of what they're doing is to buy time. It's to buy time, because there was no difference between what they filed before and what they're asking the court to amend for this, what they're seeking court to amend. It's just to buy time. And we said, no problem. Go on. We're not opposing. Go on. We're not opposing the application. So we can be able to put in our response, amend our response to accommodate what them, to reflect our direct response to what is filed. So that was done, and the matter was adjourned for hearing. On the date he came up for hearing, they told the court that they were unable to respond to our reply brief, despite the fact that they have sufficient time to do that. Even while coming to court, they came with a draft copy of what they have. Let's say Professor Michael Zekome, all the court allowed them a standard to enable them filing to file what they have in court. They said, no, even if a standard is granted, they cannot be able to file all this process. They want to time. So the matter was adjourned for different hearing. Unfortunately, the matter came up. It was to come up for different hearing. The court was on vacation. The court was subsequently adjourned to October 5th for hearing. And as God may have it, it has been had awaiting judgment. So what I'm trying to say in effect is that in a system where there's respect for rule of law, where rule of law reigns supreme, I don't think we have any business before the Supreme Court in the first place, whatever. I don't think the federal government have any business going to Supreme Court to challenge the decision of the Court of Appeal without reason as an ambiguity. So these are concurrent findings from Federal High Court to Court of Appeal, and incidentally, judgment of Court of Appeal is a unanimous judgment by the three judges of the Court of Justice of Appeal. Unanimous judgment delivered by three justices that sat on the matter. I know how difficult it is to obtain it. A judgment first of all delivered by Federal High Court, also upheld and further full judgment delivered by full panel of judges of Court of Appeal. So what we are urging the federal government and the Supreme Court to do is simple. We are there on law. Appeal has been filed. Decision be given on law. We don't want any form of political influence or the other. And I believe most strongly that the Supreme Court will do justice to the judgment of judgment coming up on Friday next week. My expectation, I don't think I've lost confidence in judiciary. I don't think so. Some people are insinuating the otherwise, but I don't think so. Because if I've lost confidence in judiciary, I don't think that I'll sponsor a child, my first child, who's reading law today in university. I won't ask her to go and read law. I'll ask her to go and read other courses. But I believe I have some hope and some confidence in the panel that sat on this matter. And I believe that justice will serve. Nnamdi Kanu today is being detained unconditionally, unconstitutionally, illegally, and in gross violation of his extant rights as contained in the Constitution. So I don't think that my justice of the Supreme Court will look other way when the law speak otherwise. I have so much confidence in them, and I believe that justice will serve come 15th of December 2023. And I want to urge every one of us to remain steadfast and calm, believing that justice will be served. Nnamdi Kanu has suffered. He has been tortured emotionally and otherwise. Today, I don't want to go into sentiment, because if I say the same Ejiofor is saying, if Nnamdi Kanu is from the north, this will not be happening. If it's from the south, this thing will not be happening. We have seen cases where someone was arrested in another state, another country, and upon the assumption of office by the president of this country today, 2 months after, he was released. And today he's agitating for Yoruba nation. Today he's asking for that. They have been released. So if I say I may not be faulted if I'm to say that Nnamdi Kanu is being detained today because an Igbo man. Simple. I don't want to whip us, but that has to be said. I may not be faulted to say that he's being detained, being tortured, being kept in the worst form, being exposed to all forms of human degradation where he's being detained because of an Igbo man. I may not be faulted because the facts are there. So what I'm urging the federal government, what I'm urging the judiciary, I don't want to believe that the executive will have influence over the judgment of 15th of December. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe most strongly that my confidence on the judiciary and my knowledge of the Supreme Court remain unshaken and strong. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Barrister. Thank you, Barrister. Let me ask you this question also regarding your experiences so far, and what you have passing through, and presently, do you have any visible threat? Is there any threat since all these things are going on, and the experience you have experienced regarding the threats. Do you have anything to tell us, mostly on threat, threatening your life? Are you free? Are you free like other lawyers, practicing your field in the zoo in Nigeria?
Thank you, my brother. I believe this is a very important platform and a veritable platform too, indeed, to state to give a chronology of my participation and involvement in this case so far. So Biafrans who have been asking me questions, please, we need you to give us account of your involvement in the case, how far you have gone, how do you come into this case? First of all, I want your friend to know this part because I'm going to be kind of more detailed and comprehensive in my analysis because I don't think I've been able to say this thing before or formally in any public forum, but it's important for how we started, an overview of how we started to be given facts. Why? Because I'm involved and how I got involved and how far I've gone since then. To that end, I want to state that I came into this matter in 2015. 2015 was when I came into this matter. And I was not consulted. I was not conducted immediately. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested from Lagos. Arrested in Lagos and brought to Abuja. I was not consulted. But usually I have a practice then that the practice has also remained regular. That before, at end of every vacation, annual vacation, I usually conduct proceedings by going to prison or the police to get some people who have been unlawfully detained and also handle their matter and get them out without collecting 1 naira or the other. So I have this person they call Samuel White. He was detained at the first CID Abuja here for almost 8 years. So during such visit, I met him and he gave me account of what happened, told me the facts of his case and how they kept him here they brought him from Kefi, detained him at the Kefi police headquarters before bringing him back to CID here. So I immediately contacted the people who are having handled the matter and also they refused to grant him bail. So I filed an application before Abuja High Court here for his fundamental right enforcement. Then he was upon being served with process filed in his court in Abuja High Court, the police transferred him immediately to Kefi prison and slung him with charge that borders on kidnapping, armed robbery, and all whatnot, because police know how to fabricate and come up with the frivolous charges once they want to detain someone. So I followed them to Kefi, where that charge was filed. And because then they already transferred him. Upon filing that charge, they transferred him back to Kefi and he was detained at the Kefi prison. So I followed them. I filed an application to challenge the competency of the child and everything. So the application was hard. On the day judgment was delivered, I was in court personally to listen to, at least to take the judgment, along with two of my staff. Judgment was delivered, and Samuel White was released. That is short and long story of it. Before I leave the court, he came to me. That paper is still with me today because in the course of time I'll do a note on this case because of time. Those that are meant to be known by the public actually. So he gave me, scribbled out something. Someone wrote something and gave him. And the guy is from Plateau State. His name is Balafutu. Balafutu told him to ask me that he dreamt in the night before they came to court that first of all, he will release on that morning. Two, that I'm the one to bring him out. And I asked my junior that came along with me. I said, let us go to see this guy. They said the son is too much. I said, no, let's go and see him. So they now followed me to Kefi prison, where I was there waiting for my turn to be called upon to come and see him. I saw persons who are members of IPOB. They told me about what happened in Wuse 2, where Mazi when he was brought to court, and how police arrested over 120 persons that came from southeast, from the east, to show solidarity with him. And many of them were detained in prison custody there. Kefi and some women among them were detained elsewhere. So then I said, please, can I help you? I said, why? I don't know for our people. I said, don't worry, I've been doing it for other people. Don't worry, I'm going to get involved. So in the course of that discussion, they called me to come and see Balafutu. I left them. So I got to, after meeting with Balafutu, I left. Balafutu has been was detained in prison for 13 years without trial. So, but he has been, of course, he has been released for the past almost 3 years ago. Has gone. The summer I quitted, he left. I'm done with the case, actually. So I also did it pro bono. So I was unable to exchange numbers with these guys, and I left. So on my way, I was like, I was unable to get this guy's number. How can I contact them? Well, I need to go back to prison to get this information. So we were just discussing this, approaching AYA in Abuja here. My phone rang. Because when you want to visit someone in prison custody, you need to give them your particulars, your name, your phone numbers, and all. So when this guy came out, they look for my phone numbers and got it and called me. I said, hey, thank God. People should proceed to my office immediately. Let's do something about this. So the long and short story was that 2 days after, I appeared for this person. In a chat number CR132/215 between Commissioner of Police versus Abo Moses and 120 others. That's the name of the case. So 120 others means that those that were affected by being detained were 120 persons. So Biafrans. They brought them on a 2 Black Maria vehicles. So that morning, so I was in court. Their case was mentioned. My submission lasted for 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours case maybe. So for the matter to be struck out and for them to be discharged and struck out. So and the person appearing for the police responded. The court rules for about 30 minutes to come back and deliver relief. There, the court discharged them and struck out the charge, and all of them left. I never collected 1 naira from anybody on this. Then, when out of course, with election and all whatnot, I left my office. Mazi Onyendukano's in-law also came to my office to thank me and some other persons. Thank me for what happened. So I was there when his phone rang in my office. Then I said, Ejiofor, hold on. I said, who is the person? I say, Mazi's wife want to speak with me. That's Lord Ucheshukano, Excellency. So I said, okay, let me talk. I can remember what he said. He said, Barrister, how are you? I said, fine. I said, Madam, good morning, good afternoon. So after saying those pleasantries, I said, Barrister, I want to tell you something. I said, what happened? He said, Barrister, I want to tell you, good afternoon. I want to tell you today that you are the one who's going to bring out my husband from detention. You are going to get involved in this case. I said, which case? He said, the main case before the Federal High Court. You are the one to bring out my husband from detention. Move in now and bring him out. I look at the in-law. I said, okay, madam, no problem. I will do my best. Then, before proceeding, actually, I had told my client, told Mazi to warn his brothers never to mention my name on a platform before now. Now, as I speak to you now, I said, because any day they will mention my name in platforms, I'll mention their names. So to tell them to desist from mentioning my names in any social media platforms, because I know they are creating a lot of problems for me. I know what they are doing against me at my back, and I've been telling him all those facts. So, but I wouldn't want a situation whereby any of them will mention my name on any social media platform. I told him to tell them to warn them to stay away from me. So, then I've not, for the first time, met with Nnamdi Kanu. I've not seen him. I've not even been in that court. I asked the father-in-law, what are we going to do now? I said, I've not seen this charge. Because I need to see the charge to file an appeal for his bail. So he will rush to the court, get a copy of the charge, and brought to me. So I prepared an application for his bail. Very well digital application for his bail. As soon as I got involved in this case, Kinsley started sponsoring all forms of defamatory publications against me. Threats of all kinds. He also released my phone number on radios. People were calling, threatening me, tagging me. They tagged me about what I have come to poison Nnamdi Kanu.
Barrister, sorry. Barrister, sorry. If I may direct a bit, this one you are saying involving Kingsley, is it 2015 when you when Onyendu was first arrested in
Yes,
Lagos?
yes,
As at
yes,
then,
yes, yes. And it's
as at was it
mm.
then or this present one? Then.
Then I'm giving you. I started from the beginning for you to understand the prejudice I've suffered so far in this case. I'm just giving clear account of what I've suffered.
All right,
And where I am to where we are today.
Go ahead. I just want
So
to.
that was 2015. So he released my numbers to on Radio Biafra and those some other places who were calling me on phone, threatening that I'm going to kill me, that I'm saboteur. I told Madam at some point, I said no, that I am tired. Even now, people were expressing concern. That I said, Ejiofor, leave this case. So nobody will kill you. I said, I don't know. But Madam was insistent. They also went as far as sponsoring publication before Nigerian print media, calling Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi names, unprintable names, on social media, that this and that. And it took her personally written letters, 1, 2, power of attorney, for me to be involved. 2, before she can even publish anything on radio, on social, on print media, they demanded from her that she indemnify them against what she's publishing, what they're publishing, and she signed them. So, and that letter, those letters, and the handwritten letter she wrote, she insisted that he wants me or the father-in-law to show it to her husband. Any day she's coming to court, he's coming to court. That once her husband sees that letter, that the rest will be story. And that was what happened. That was really what happened. Because at the time we are talking about this now, the then lawyer who was involved in the matter, and also the siblings, we are telling the world that Nnamdi Kanu was perfectly well, that is doing well, being well fed, and all whatnot. When unknown to them that Nnamdi Kanu was bleeding from the nose at the point he was detained at the SS custody. Bleeding at the point he was detained at the SS custody. So, and he was able to see him once, only once. Was able to, I mean, the lawyer was able to see him once. When you come out and tell the world that he was doing well, that he's doing welfare, drinking good water, and sleeping well and waking up well. So, but I don't want to go into that. So, and eventually we came into this matter. When Onyendu Mazi saw the letter, the handwritten letter from the wife, and I asked me in court, "Are you Ejiofor?" I said, "Yes, Ejiofor." Look at me and said, "Ejiofor, go there, you're part of this case." Call the other person, and I called him. And that's when the entire problem started. That was when the entire problem started. Because me, my hands are clean. I don't know if you are doing anything at my back. I don't know. I don't want to know. Depending on what you have in mind, I don't want to know. I don't care to know. So we got involved, and I discovered that this case is not a case we can go on without involving a senior advocate. I contacted my uncle, who is the seasoned senior advocate, Chief Chukwuma SN. I said, come and join us and lead us in this case. Because a lot of interest at stake, a lot of people are interested, and let's have an Iroko that will lead us. Chukwuma SN flew on from Aba to join us. It was on his application in court. And interestingly, on the day this application was about to be made by Chukwuma for Nnamdi Kanu to be transferred from SS custody to prison facility, the lawyer in the matter objected when we were discussing it among the lawyers. He said, no, that he want the matter, I want, he is there, he wants him to stay remain in this custody. I have to go to him. I went to him and said, Onyendu, please, we have an issue here. We are discussing something that will take place in court now. He said, what is that? I said, we are about to make an application for you to be transferred to prison custody instead of staying where you are. And I now stated to him the advantages of being there. He said, Ejiofor, what am I talking about? Is anybody objecting? I said, yes, your lawyer who this man said you will not go, that you are very comfortable. I said, Ejiofor, no. They should go on with the application in open court. And I told she, please go on. And upon that application being made, granted, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi was transferred to prison custody. And the rest became story. Everything that was happening at his back, he came to know about it. So this I'm taking it one after that for you to understand the level of involvement, how far we have gone, and where we are as of today. Now, when the charge filed against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered several amendments, several amendments, because when they file, of course, you know how frivolous the charges are. when they filed the application, the charge, they were on the next day, once you object, they will amend it and bring another one. So, but I was basically, when they filed and amended last charge, then we filed an objection challenging the competence of the charge, because the charge cannot be supported by the providence, what they call providence in support of the charge. They were all frivolous and unfounded charges, bogus as it may be. Then on 28th February 2017, the court ruled on application and appeal objection challenging the competence of the charge. And consequently, struck us 6 count charge out of 11 count charge, then remaining 5. Then, based on this, based on the change, the character of the charge and the case, we also filed a fresh bail application to get him out, or to get him out. So, and that application was heard by the court on the merit, and on 25th of April 2017, the court admitted him to bail. So, and we promptly ensured, because on the day he was granted bail, that would be on that what is all that about, or Thursday. I assured Nwachineke that the Kano will be released the next 24 hours. We followed everything up. Our people came in their numbers. Whatever we needed, they provided it. Both landed documents and all whatnot, all those hard conditions we are met with. Then on Friday, he was released. So now, upon his abduction from Kenya, of course, we are aware of what happened to him, because when he was granted bail on 25th of April 2017, the court adjourned his matter to October 14th for hearing. Then, within that intervening period, when he was enjoying the bail condition, he underwent several pretrial briefings with me. I went to his house, and also we came to my house, which of course is the public domain, and we had several discussions about the preparations towards full trial going on 11th of October. So within this intervening period, of course, you know what happened. The federal government, through their Operation Pilot House, went to kill him, because the essence of that operation was to eliminate him, not because of any other thing. They went there to kill him, and on between 10th and 14th of September 2017, and within this period of time, within that 10th and 14th, over 30 persons were killing his premises. It's by act of providence that he was able to escape being killed, because those facts are before the public and also before the court. So now, when he was abducted in Kenya, and before his honorary admission to Nigeria, we got to know about that when he was taken to court. We were not informed. The government never informed us or notified us that our client was being brought to court at that time. Then, when he was taken to court, it became a matter of public knowledge. The press reported it and all whatnot, and then we came. So, and immediately we went to court to decide as to best approach to handle the matter. I quickly formed kind of a team of lawyers, and also set up a WhatsApp group where I included almost very prominent and learned lawyers from across Igbo land, and also I have some senior advocates there. I have some professors there. So, and I asked everybody, including those who are also in the matter now. So I doing other things for him. So other legal matters for him. I asked everybody to make a contribution for, in view of the charge just filed against him, or the manner in which was abducted and brought into Nigeria. Make a contribution, be feel free, and make a contribution. I eventually called for a meeting of lawyers in my office, and they came out. And we had a very robust discussion as to what we have to do, and that approach to be adopted to ensure that we get what we want in court. So it was even based on contribution made by Professor Odinkalo, because Odinkalo is part of this team. It was in this platform. So I wanted not to mention his name, but I don't think there's anything that will restrain me from mentioning his name. He made very robust contribution, and they introduced a very important aspect of that has to do with external edition, and also adverted attention to that. And they send me materials from them, other authorities and legal authorities that were assist us. And I built our case along that one, and also dealt entirely with the with the frivolity of the charge and the emptiness of the charge, to file our objection challenging the competence of this charge. So when that was served on the federal government, I believe I also made it public there. So they didn't respond until a few days before the date slated for his arraignment. They now responded to the charge, and the court said, I would not told the court, these people filed a response to our objection a day before the day we are coming to court. We are supposed to respond by way of reply for affidavit to what they filed. So, and the court said no, they have to give us time to reply. On this adjourned date, they amended the charge again. So they keep on amending the charge. However, during this my visit to Mazi during this period to SSS, I visited him because then a lot of course, you know what happened before that time. I'll still come to that later. So my house was invaded and my PA was killed. And however, unfortunately, that my PA that was killed, the father died early this morning. So make his soul rest in peace. I'll come to that later. So, and I went to see him and I had a discussion with him. I said, first thing he mentioned to me, he said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this thing. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Onyedo said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this thing. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Onyedo said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this thing. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Onyedo said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this thing. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Onyedo said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this thing. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Onyedo said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this thing. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Onyedo said. He said, Ejiofor,
But we are back. While you are talking, I wanted to pause you to throw this question to you to clarify. And I also want to plead if we can as well so n'Igbo maka ndị nne maka ikwu okwu ife gbasara nkịta a na-akpọtụ ụmụnne onye ndu aha. Ịma na ihe emebigo a lot of things na n'Igbo ka amara onye bụ onye. I don't know more possible. Or not possible. We continue. Not possible. I continue with you. But if it will be possible, more name mix. Makandin when na ana water charm. Emano no gra fuma. When then I got water cham moyi bagasi. Yotago. Barrister, the question the question I want to throw. Why you are talking about what happened in 2015? How Kinsley. GWC Kagari release union do or whatever. I want one lawyer and a Vincent to better that time. Or young about the law is it or yana hana on them. Somebody should be on mute, please. Hold on, let me mute somebody.
Okay, thank you. That one them. The point in the men has make that time, but oge nwunye onye ndu gwasị m nyere m authority ka m baa na the matter ka m mee the case after m kpọpụtacha 120 persons IP members akpụchi detain on lawful and prison custody o wee kpọọ m sị m na asị m Ejiofor Barrister Ejiofor kelecha m sị m mụ jisie ike daalụ maka ọrụ nrụ ndị m kpọpụtara wee sị m ka ọ gwa m n'ehihie Ejiofor na ụmụ ya kpọpụtara ya dị from detention na ọ na-acha gwa m kịta na ịma nwaanyị anyị fụ na afụ na ife na afụ na mmụọ so ọsị m n'ọmụ ya kpọpụtara ya dị etu aka o si gwa m si ya nsogbu adịrọ madam na nsogbu adịrọ na ihe anyị na-emelụ ndị ọzọ nke anyị anaghị anyị so ọsị m kelecha m sị m baa na okwu a kịta ka m kpọpụta ya then na-ewe mụ na nne nọ na ọfịs na-ewe sị m nwụsịra m dị ka m fụ chajara faịlị maka onye ndu ka m fụ ya ka m nweke malụ how to do my work so gbalụzie wetakwa ya mgbede nke ya odozi evangelist odozi anya nwụsọ wetara nke ya mepepe akwụkwọ wee etinye ya na court ihe na-akọwa bụ na oge ahụ mbata na that case ka mkpọpụta maazị cancel with the nọmba m telefon nọmba m tinye n'ụwa niile gwa ha na m bụ onye ori na m bịara igbu na obodo na federal gọọmenti ego na nka m bịa gbuo nwanne ya I was attacked na court na
Barrister Ifeanyi na-eme 2015 ọ bụrụkwa nke kịta na nke 2022 23 ka 2015
nna nwa oge o bidoro I was attacked. I was physically attacked na court. Boshana Kotonyan the court. I was attacked on 23rd of December 2015 na court. Patrum sim jam kan kam watching kid. That they can tell what's na my guys again. What's wunye na mama ngazi. Osin iwu na maga. O mecha publication up dị na son. Only ya ihe na-ekwu. Mecha publication dị ebe ọbụla. Then ndị nna case na ndị otu na-emekwa publication nke pa na ebe ọbụla ha na m bụ onye ori na mbele bụ di ya. Nwanne ha nwoke so ọkwa the woman afa sị na ha mara onye ọbụla ọ bụrụ nwunye ha na ọ bụrụ nwunye Nnamdi ka I don't want to go into that thing so then the point is na bụ na emechara ihe na nwunye daa akwụkwọ onye m sị m gosi ya di ya ụlọ ikpe na ngosi ya di ya n'ụlọ ikpe di ya fụ akwụkwọ odela na okwu n'ụka niile anyị ihe na-akpọtụ ya ebi ụbọchị a jere ikpe nwunye nne wee mbata na court nọrọ so oge ahụ ọ batago mbụ onye ndị ọnọdụ na court data mbatazi nọtọ because ma ha bịa na-agwa ndị ya batara ndị abata mbatazi nọtọ so njekwe straight njefia njekwe kenechiche were akwụkwọ nye ọfụra na mana 100 nwunye ya ọsị m onwunye dere ha ọsị m ọmụnwa abalị si fanye Ejiofor ọsị m je nọ n'ihu obe nọ mụ na obeta ikpera tikpe so then it was the arraignment could not go on that they couldn't go on with the arraignment. I don't know what happened that day, so he left. Then oge abịa second time ka m kpọziri anyị kpọ meeting. That was when I called oge m kpọrọ chief Chuks Moma SN bụ nwanne anyị nwoke mgbe SN bịa John abịa lead anyị because achọrọ m ka Sam nọ na the matter so nsi abịa ya ka o lead anyị Chuks Moma SN bịazịa anyị nwee meeting oge afọ alego m process then there ka m gwa something what even delay that onye ndu for that time oge m file that motion for bail then I may agree na meeting email with ndị obetara ndị otu ya na that motion for bail file ka dị more competent to be argued so sit up here I better dey ka I withdraw nke ha file so I kwezie first of all we came on that day bịa webụ na ekwuzi okwu maka ịkpọpụta onye ndu kọpụtago from SS custody ebe ọ ya because onye ndu was not looking good then obeta na-agba from one end to another si na onye ndu na onye ndu n'ebe ọnọdụ mma wesi okwugide emegide agreement ya n'ime court sị na ka mgbe onye ndu na-ekwu maka ebe a ka nje metie nje kwesị onye ndu na ngwere ife nchọ ka njọ si nke fọ nsị na anyị na-achị ukwu na-achọ ka ha kpọrọ okwu dị na prison isi ebe ị nọpụta na mana obeta na-akọwa na ebe ị nọ na na-eneghe anya ọfụma ị na-eri nri ọfụma na-aṅụ mmiri na-eke afọ na-enọ ọfụma ebe ahụ na enyere one comfortable room ebe ị na-anọ onye ndị si m what si na ihe na-enwe asị m ka onye kwure nsị obeta ọsị m Ejiofor please I dey move application ka kpọpụ ebe a gwa chief segon ihe abụ struggle ume na court n'okwu ihe na-agwa kịta ihe mere open court chief move the application a transfer onye to prison the rest became story ka ọ nọrọ o dị ọgbara prison ọ gbara ihe na-emele ebe a became him because na ndị mmadụ na-abịa na-afụ ya na-agwa ya na ọ bụrụ nke ma Him and Sogwenwelo, which is deliberate on the part of federal government and the Mary around it now. Buna, Obu no ndu anọ na prison. Okunu kani na ifu ne mandiri atu asma, mandiri zori, mandiri mentale me moloko na forge document, number of things. We not have opportunity of doing that because why am I? I'm not telling you, but because now maybe on is restricted. So you on another in Kada where he will get them now what you open up Mr. the other way. Mr. Andema, when it became obvious to them now, not only him the of my gang is up. So it was a full gang up by those who will be telling him the wrong thing. So, but I don't want to go into that for now. So, Oga came as said, Uyendu, where I transferred at prison custody. And I was a bang. I know what good night up there. I made their charge. After I made the charge, then I severally I made the charge. On 25th of April, 2017, court granted bail. We say another. They called it when I bet it when I said October 17th, or for the not be at or the KB. And I was here. I'm going to Naja fear, Naja na be a deaf fear. Naja na I'll be gonna be that time. I some money and I Catano and Abanime. Then I discuss our case. We gave me that date, October 30th. Pre-trial conference with a lawyer. Lawyer, next be again or somewhere near queer. More than an office room on a go and I go to gas and I pre-trial conference. So we had it in his house, also had it in my house. And I conclude guys on the back, but I one day when you know deep in Abuja, not 2 million people to follow him. Here now on record to tell the world now Onion do Cholkoche court. He wants to be part of that case. He wants to go and defend Ipob. Nobody home. And go over that chop that nobody home. And nobody had the high win a court at all hand there. Each on the air bridge in a bay between September 10th to 14th. Bueno. It is an operation Python that similarly in Abo. Abo Busian Mad Nabe. Busian the Mad. You hear me? Remember, on the Madamasia. Then Ochuku melebelo Jordan because now he had cholobum there. Achoro after Debe, just like he had for him amazing afterwards. And actually, it was there because over there respect for human life. So Chineke went up there. Now I can dodge more. I can dodge more belly when. Then Ojibezi Obodo, Chineke Makosi, Memegi here, Ojobodo Iwo. About honor. Oku no chole be ko defend the charge, yeah. Now, is ready to come and defend the charge. And portion to which he deposed to affidavit, Israel, son of Israel. Then sent to me that expressing his readiness to come and defend this charge. But not before he will come to defend this charge. Now, he wants the court, the judge on the matter, the judge, presiding judge, to give him a guarantee that his safety is guaranteed. Not your court where now he can be protected. Not be like that. Because after all, at the point he was enjoying the bail granted him, or court, or a subject of the court. I want a court prosecution. Man, they actually no court granted bail. They went to him to kill him. Ordinarily, if at all they discovered at any point in time, there has no offense or committee. Between the time he was granted bail and the time he was enjoying the bail condition. The law says you can amend their charge. Simple. You need to so all the court, go to charge, send and car, go to no commit to offense in Keno, commit to offense in Kebwa, commit to offense in Keto. They are kissing everywhere. Man, I caught everybody. I kissing here. The obviously a court, not ban I hang the offense, cover. I need defend this here. But to tell you, the hatcher, if they no offense or commit, the hatcher may hatcher go to a court, the hatcher over, oh yes, that's okay, we'll be out of the way. Let's go and let him. So then I said, go under the pedestal of Operation Python Dance. So now, when he was abducted and brought in here, I do quite easy. First of all, I stopped at no single Zekome. Nabia, only the system. Which took Zekome from July to December. And within this period, I need a court. We are going to court. And that was the time. Okay, and they make a lawyer from US here, and Bruce Fine, who should not have that way. That was when Bruce Fine came. And before he came, he discussed with me that he's coming to see Mazi. I said, good. And I told him to say, Bruce Fine is coming to see you because before you see him, I must know the date. So I am telling you to say, so person want to see you, and he's a lawyer. So and he wants to come and see you and probably discuss with you. When you see him, go ahead as your phone and let him come. I personally signed Bruce Fine invitation letter and sent to him for him to come. Bruce Fine now came. When he came, I drove to airport to pick him and took him to where he stayed for those number of days before another. At the end, then at any time the matter was coming up for hearing, he used to come. He will come. Oh God, doesn't in Kobia. I wait. We're going to see and Bruce Fine. Look at how they actually meant that has to do protesting to the court. Why they will not allow your lawyer to meet with you? Oh, you have a lawyer in US. He has the right to see you. So, what happened in court that day is a matter of public knowledge. Bruce Fine has been cleared from the gate of the Federal High Court. Because I wrote his name. I wrote a letter to the judge, to the court, who approved of him to come to the court. Then Bruce Fine was cleared even when the SSS were protesting. I said no, he must come in. I picked him, I grabbed him and brought him from the gate of the court. For him to be allowed access into the bank court, he refused to access, access to the court. Then it became an issue. And I wanted to seek an audience with my lord. But because of the tense nature of the environment I don't keep quiet. So we said we are going to formally protest to the court about what they were doing to Bruce Fine. We in that court that time, going to was like, what's happening? Why did they not allow access to me? Then we say, look at what Bruce Fine advised us to do. Now you protest to the court formally and civilly, in line with the calling of our professional demands. Then Kedafia, including Aloy Ejiofor was there too. Aloy Ejiofor and also Barrister Nwachineke was there. Master was there, and other lawyers who are there with us. After discussing with Onye, Onye approved that we should protest to the court. And I said, okay, let me go and discuss with lawyers. All of them, we sat down, we went outside and had a discussion. At the end of this discussion, I called Aloy Ejiofor. What is your opinion about this? Because I know why I asked him that question. What's your opinion about this? The lawyers have agreed we are going to protest to the court to express our concerns about the treatment being meted to Bruce Fine, who is only an international lawyer. A lawyer saying it's good. Now, this is a wonderful step. Then say, no, let us go and sew together. I just feel I went. I went. If I could, another wonderful step. Let us take him. We went to the back again. We do that. The lawyers have discussed and look at what we are going to do. Do you approve it for? Do you approve of it for the second time? The same approved. We left. We outside the court in protest. When the court came in, adjourned the matter without allowing us access to the court again. About Kobachi court. One more about the Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Aloy Ejiofor instigated people to say, "Now I collected his wig and gown and went outside." And you were taking that application that day. No more. It was said by every person. I didn't respond to him. I didn't respond to those who are spreading that false narrative. That I went to our clients, but I was holding myself. I went to our clients, and I said, "Look at what was being said by people. That I stole Aloy Ejiofor's wig and gown. I didn't allow him to take the application because he was to take the application, this and that and all. So then to see what? We'll see Ejiofor, don't what I said. I will tell Aloy to refute it. And that never happened because I was in court. The date I'm speaking with you, Aloy has not refuted it. But I went here, man. Because why we need to clarify this thing, Bona. I don't know when I'll have opportunity of speaking in this platform. No, I'm not speaking. I can speak, and I don't know how soon I will speak in this platform again. And this is obviously false narrative being peddled by people. They never happened. Just to make us clear, but I'm not going to have the opportunity to say it here. So,
okay, barrister ka ị na-ekwu ka m na-atụnyegasị ụmụ okwu connect chakwara na okwu ị na-ekwu kịta maka na ọ dị mkpa dịka enwekwara onye ọkaikpe nnukwu onye ọkaikpe nke akpọtakwara mbụ Agabi ọ ga-adịkwa mma na ị na-arụta aka ka ndị kpọtara ha ka o si bịa ka ụmụ Biafra ghọta nke na-eme eme. O nwekwara dịka ịkpọtụrụ Aloy Ejimakụ afa, m ga-achọkwa ka m tụnyekwe ajụjụ a. On 9th of October, on if you na your Facebook, Iso Aloy Ejimakụ has crossed the Rubicon. I am coming out soon. Amarom ke ihe bụ Rubicon ahụ ọ crossrụ, ka ekwe n'ihe bụ soon o nwere ike ịbụ taa ka ụmụ Biafra nụcha ihe niile. Ndị ọzọ ka nchịkọta akụkọ ajụjụ a niile n'ime akụkọ anyị na-akụ ka ịkọpụcha ha ncha. Nke ọzọ bụkwa Bruce Fenn, oge ahụ ọ bịara IPOB ọmanya ya ka onwe ndị kpọbatara ya na onwe ndị ji akafa maka ife eji na-ajụ ajụjụ a bụ maka Kingsley ịkpọrọ afa since 2015 ka ndị be anyị na-aghọta onwe ndị ji akafa kpọta Bruce Fenn ọbịa tupu ife mere eme ka ọ bụ onye nduzi ya bịa ọba anyị nwa dị nchaji ụmụ ife ndị ahụ gasị m ga-achọ nnọọ ka ịchịkọta fancha n'okwu niile ị na-ekwu gaa n'iru barrister. Ndị nne na-ege ntị ga-esi ike ọfụma, ha na-edere m ife ebe a.
Okay, one, Bruce Fine called me. I don't know him. I have not made contact with him before from US. When some people, when they come on my phone, actually, not to no one. And because however, before when they called me from US and said someone will call me, a lawyer from Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer will call me from US. Okay, the person should call me or Bruce Fine. And Bruce Fine also indicated interest about his readiness to come and see Mazi. You see, okay. However, of course, before I take any step, first of all, I'll discuss with Onyendo and also pass the message to the US and also so they can be on And I told them, look at what's playing out because someone is coming to see Nnamdi. So that because anything that happens tomorrow, how am I hold responsible? So and also partly me. Then that's okay, no problem. Since Onyendo want to see him, you should come and see him. So as I told you, I have to send an invitation letter for him to come. Almost send it. I write it. I wrote and sent to him. So before he was granted visa by the federal government, and he came. So and he made several attempts to see Onyendo, and this guy said no, no mafia. And in any of this occasion, I in Ghana press now, even my rights television, J101 now only no lawyer Nnamdi Kanu see US yeah, a higher fear, right? So then the last one I hear the cameras back. When Ozekome has taken lead in the case, when is now drafted and come and lead the team by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The day the matter came up in court was sometime that will be January 17th, 2022. Yeah, that was when the matter came up in court, and Ozekome was in court to lead us. So Bruce Fine also was in court, also came around then. And that time I had to go letter. I had to go letter to the court, requesting the court to approve him, to give approval for him to come inside the court or that about the court. Then the court the court never responded to that letter at all. Then on the day the matter was scheduled for hearing of objection, and then Professor Michael Zekome was in court to lead us. Bruce Fine now we must not, the matter must not go on. Listen carefully. Matter was not go on. And I have the documents. I have everything I'm saying in writing. So the matter should not go on. That we should stay away from court again. Musi will find I am no longer the leader, the lead counsel in this matter. Ozekome is now leading us. And before I will do anything in this case, I will seek his approval. And Ozekome said, he didn't come here for drama. He came here to defend Nnamdi Kanu and get him out. He doesn't want anything that will stop the proceedings of today. So, and the way I was on game about it, Eba cannot no problem. Then that day he was unable to see Nnamdi and the court never approved of it, and the matter went on fine. And as I tell him, I'm to stop here. No more. I kept quiet. I didn't talk to him. Then remember that before Bruce Fine came to see Nnamdi Kanu, Kingsley openly threatened me. Kingsley can threaten me, threatening to kill me. Where's under his dead body? No fear, I'm gone. No fear, I'm gone. At the end of this exercise, they are all of them are not on the same page. And when because the point in Chok and I want the Biafrans to know, if I am into this case for money or for any form of shenanigans, I will not be where I am today. At all. After I wasn't the person that started this case. I will not be where I am today. Now, I have a track record in this matter. We have done cases for IPOB since my coming into this matter, not only from Nambekano. I've released them in their thousands, not one. I've gotten them discharged and acquitted in various courts across the country. In Abuja here, in Iguacha, in Enugu, in Abia State, in Imo State, in Ebonyi State. I have the records. Those who are today screaming against me, some of them were brought into this case by me. I want to challenge any lawyer in this matter to tell me or to tell Biafrans, any IPOB member he has effectively defended in court, get him discharged and acquitted. Or get the matter struck out. One person, I talked to one person, among all of them, I'm going one person. Only all day in a platform market, now. Then I'll remove my way and gum. Among all of them, the man had a mere court. I'm talking about those who are with me in court now. Any one person, he has defended effectively, got him discharged, got him acquitted from court. Let me have one. I'm not talking about only the move application on court in here. I'm talking about those defended and accused. And it's in the court of this case. Remember, matter. I mean, matter no water sometime. Email. Those who were the charge last week. We had the charge acquitted last week. That was on last 2 weeks. I made it public. Somebody abulum. That's the case. The case number is the name is what do you call it? FR against good luck abulum and 5 others. Child number 149C/2020. Remember to tell something striking about this case. I want you to know. Sometime last year, I got a call from leadership. Ejiofor, there's a development because they are playing with leadership is very intelligent. That's why some people are managing them, telling us something about them. They called me and said, Ejiofor, I said, no one day I convict in Ugwa, I convict in like a my God, what is I convict na Port Harcourt. Now, and they would I don't know whether I'm still online. I don't know whether you're hearing me again. I don't know what's happening here. Am I with you?
Yeah, but it's not no game man with a problem.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, Monday here. So then they called me and said, Mazi, I should look at this. Now, about 7 persons have been convicted, and the court gave option of fine, 3 million naira per head. Now, I'm not going to what the fine. We'll see how you go to that judgment. I'm fair. Judgment convicting IPOB for doing what? So I'm saying, I'm fair. If you now get the people in charge, leadership will say it in a manner you understand it. They send the judgment to me. I read the judgment. First thing I have a forged document. Lawyers did it in this case. Lawyers. That and then I in a court and I involved here. We say what? It's a forged document. Say, don't worry, I handle it. Before I could speak their problems, the same information has gone to Onyendu. They need the go ahead to up and down. Where the Onyendu in his time, that's where the form their come. As you look at this, so you know how you get to say it's not a forged document. You cannot believe his size. Washington. He has a lot to say when he come out. Washington. Then I investigated it today. I got to the court to discover that the criminal assembly had for the If not for my involvement in that matter, and I personally got involved in that matter, those people in this will not be disturbed because now court are going to know about the document they are forged. And those idiots made that about the gospel. And they are today not to all of you. Yeah, I followed the matter up, prosecuted the matter, defended them, and they were last 2 weeks discharged and acquitted. That's number 1. Number 2, sometime last year, I swear 2, yes, last year, Oyendu got an information, a document that suggested that some persons were arrested and taken to Kaduna, and they've been granted bail by magistrate court. Then why I have recommended 10, gonna have 20, about that, they're in the hundreds. Now you need to go from prison. The banner, now you got bail. So in the Kaduna, I have my very good lawyer, who is dentalist from Plateau State, and I've been with him for almost 10 years. Very reliable and trusted person. I'll send him to go to that court and find out what happened. And luckily, what saved him? That kind of prison by now. That document was forged. So why it's important for you to know this. I'm an onion may not approve. See, but I have to say it. Why I have to say it? What is playing out? These are what has been working around him, right? So that's by the way. Ekwunomaka defending IPOB across the world, the states, and gotten them the staff acquitted. To my knowledge, as IPOB League Council today, there hasn't been any IPOB member standing today that has been convicted by court. Not to my knowledge, not one person. There's no IPOB member that has been convicted by court. To my knowledge, since I started this case to 2015, he did. I've not done a case where any of them was convicted. He did. You can anybody that has a sorry court to challenge it. Then coming to the aspect of the matter, Onyendu has the right to bring in a lawyer of his choice. He has the right to expand his legal team to 20 lawyers, 30 lawyers, all his prerogative, which is provided for on our constitution. However, when the idea to bring in someone to appear in court, Supreme Court, I just take it now, he came to court, appear with us. Appear in Supreme Court was mooted. I got this information late, actually, he told me. Then, but I said, only starting to somebody discuss about which is a purely client lawyer privilege discussion. I don't think I'll make it public. So I said, okay, so after all, the man said he will not be in court, not from the Zekome. Because, and estimably, commended Ozekome and my humble self for work done so far in the Supreme Court. He said he has read everything we find. He has read even the judgment of the Court of Appeal, and they are all sound and impeccable. Then we had a meeting with him.
Agabine
yes, we had a meeting with him, and the level of involvement and the matter is spelled out. Madam, we're right to bring in lawyers for different purposes. I don't want to go into that. Then he said, Ejiofor, he said, Ozekome, please. He said, I'm not coming to take over the matter from you. I'm coming to be there for you. We are going to adopt your case and not whatnot. You see, because people know how to bring two lawyers together and clash their head. So if for the fact that Ozekome is not a seasoned advocate or who is very close to Agabi also, people who are painting false narratives before the public now have clashed their heads. Now they will fight. I see those two advocates are fighting on a matter. That is very totally wrong. Then we had a very good and convivial discussion about what is going to happen on the 5th of October when the matter was coming up. And the other day, Ozekome presented the argument, adopted the briefs we filed, also filed it, and expanded his argument in that respect. The matter was consequently adjourned to 5th of September. As a matter of fact, it's not in the style of the Supreme Court to give a date for judgment or even Court of Appeal. Usually, when adoption is concluded, they will adjourn the matter on a date to be communicated to the parties. But in this case, it was specific as a date the judgment will be delivered. I even expressed some sort of element of some surprise on that day. So that was what happened. Of course, you know that some people will be scheming. The schemers around will be walking around to ensure that they bring in confusion one way or the other, and the ability to know when where they are coming from, and also the intent, what it is, and also prepare their heads ahead of time, make you smarter than them. That's number one. Now coming to I would have gone public against our lawyer Makolon before now, but I was being restrained by Onyendu Mazi. But you see, one thing about this, why I took time to narrate some of these silent facts, and I expect you to ask me further questions because of time, or be a friend to ask me questions. I dedicated today for this program, and I'm ready to answer any questions anyone will so wish to ask me. That's number one. Number two, you people are aware, dear friends are aware, that on the 2nd day of December 2019, my house was invaded for no just cause. Buildings worth millions of naira were burnt. People were killed in my premises. Not that they committed no offense, not them, because someone somewhere in my town, one monster in my community, this man has been looking for way to eliminate me long before I even start IPOB case. But I want to say we have been having issues because my issue with him lies simple. He kills people in my community and gets scot-free. Everybody in my community are afraid of him. Nobody because he has contact with the federal government.
But it's only Nekwifa anywhere. Only Nekwifa okwa kafaya mbo kam emekofo akwa emekofo ka inekwu.
Yes, yes.
Oga di man akpo ya afa. Ihe ndi nekwu aka Biafra support
after narrating you put on the
ekwensu kpọ ya ọkụ mụ asị ekwensu kpọ ya ọkụ ya na ihe ọ ya eme.
So as I was saying, then because I've been on him, he saw me as a very serious problem to his evil desires. We've been fighting before I joined IPOB case. Now, because I am handling IPOB case, think my one thing about life, just like here in Southeast now, which I will mention in this program. Of course, people are aware that I have offices in Anambra State and Abuja here. I have very powerful, erudite, and also very efficient practice in there. Here in Southeast today, the simple one. Okay, if I'm contesting ownership of a land with my neighbor, and I feel my police, what I will do simple to cut it short. I'll go and tell the police, no, I'm not also under sponsor IPOB, no, I had a boosting man, not sponsor ESN. If that's 1 hour, the person is gone. Once you mention IPOB to security agents now, you're not condemned, no problem. You go how to pay actually made by the person now. Because I'm defending IPOB, and I'm the camera. I'm the well-known lawyer. What I'm there, I know back and then I made him about the woman. Went to court and I won the case. Then, as it has done enough, he now hired this food that came to my house again on 6th of June 2021. He hired them. And I was told, okay, I want information now. He's plotting evil against me. I got information he was plotting evil against me. So, because then, there are meetings I was attending on instruction of Onyendu. Then, even for that meeting, I will not fall victim of this man. And some people know that I was attending meetings, came now to bring peace to the entire Southeast. Then I came in that day. He gave them 30 million. This man gave them 30 million with a direction, a special directive to kill me and kill anybody in my house. And what he told them, what he told those who that came to my house, my house will be the ESMB. Now they have gone, they have gone everything in my house. However, I was some believing that those false diligence. But when they come, they discover that they have I was this Abraham make public. These are my findings. I have only very boom and never my PA. Unfortunately, my PA Papa Mutata. If I died this morning. So now come to the Kapuche that day. They arrested 3 of my boys that day. One, my gardener, Ugochku, the cafe, my gate man, Chibike, and the Papa Nanyana Moto. One was my PO. Then now, I followed that case from there. I went to court, challenged them, I won the case. I followed up that case from there, came to Abuja, follow it up. At some point, let me say there for this. I was at the verge of getting these guys out from where they were detained. When you do man come national camp, they would have because he was seeing them, he was making contact with them. MSC got everything for them to come. This man on a phone, this people. I'm saying it to every Biafran to know. From there, they now transfer them from that place to where they are now.
Come queer boy at Toto, and make off for work born a phone, say release no more Biafra.
Yes.
All kind of what an Ifeanyi. Caribbean being at Paris now, Gilly Bonwege, Ganiru.
Yes, now he has started scheming again. He has started scheming again. Now, as I speak to you now, he has arrested 3 people from my community, from my village now. Took them to police. 2 of them, I followed him up on one of them, and that person was taken to court. I let her. Leadership will read the charge to you. The charge higher in the course of time again. Then, what were they being asked for? Ona aju ha kwuo na they should indict me na mo involved. No mo kulu maka one boy ebu na brief. No mo should come and indict me. Now I want to also use this opportunity to tell the governor of Anambra State something on Chokawata this afternoon because he's the one working with him. Now, because he's the one who is encouraging him. I want Soludo to know today that now, if not for Nwachineke 1, 2, Mazi and IPOB will not be governor of Anambra State today. If not because of Nwachineke number 1, 2, Mazi and IPOB will not be governor. Because now, sit at home being put in place by IPOB, if he wasn't called up, the people that traveled from here to Anambra were wiped entire Anambra State out. Their directive is very simple. Anybody who whether of title or not will see where can they in authority to win, no? His wisdom. We give him instruction that I should write a letter telling the public to come out and vote. After giving that instruction, I passed it to leadership. When I was writing, leadership was writing, telling people to come, campaigning for people to come out and vote. That was how he became governor of Anambra State. And I'm happy Anambra State is peaceful. I've been instrumental in bringing peace to Anambra State today. I don't boast about it. I don't brag about it. But for him to know that his Ejiofor is going to bring crisis in the community I cannot be able to defend. Now Ejiofor is doing all these things to get me again. Prison are not yet out. That's what is happening today. Then now, why I'm saying this, boom? Now, when this thing was going on, I got a very strong intelligence. Aloy Ejiofor is meeting with him. Aloy Ejiofor went to see him. And I told Onyendu this thing. I said, Onyendu, are you aware of what is happening? The one problem now, lawyer, they meet him, man. I don't have a problem. You can go and meet anybody you want to meet. But coming publicly to write about him shows that you are enjoying, you are on the same bed with him. Then as that was going on, then I got a report about this plot I'm telling you about. I got a report about what I'm telling you. So I am telling Biafrans today and the world. He may not know whatever he's doing. He may not know that I'm away. I've started defending IPOB since 2015. The date, and I've secured a list of every on their thousands. He may think that people will just look the other way. It's not possible. And if anything happens to me today, or any of my house, any of my members, their friends know who to hold responsible. If anything happens to me today, God forbid, or any of my family members, their friends know who to hold responsible. That's why I'm stating it in this platform. For them to understand what I'm passing through in the house of these people. Because I've suffered, I've sacrificed, I've waived a number of things in defense of Biafra. This election petition matter, MSNAM, I have what I came to me to pay me tens of billions to defend them. This election petition, I have the people that came to me because they know I'm intelligent. They put my office tens of billions, going to 50, 30, 40, 100 millions to defend them. I said, no, I cannot be involved in election petition because OEM is there. I'm at they can call. Because election matters are matters you must devote 100% attention to. And I cannot be defending him, knowing the nature of the case I'm handling, knowing what the demands of the case, and also be conducting other cases that will affect that will distract me. No, don't worry. When it's out, I am ready to accept any brief from anybody. So why I'm saying this, if for Biafran to know today, I want to place them on record. Because I don't know what happened to them tomorrow, but I'm not running away from anybody. What I will do today is for me, last thing I will do today is to run away from anybody. So if anything happens to me, or happens to any of family members, or happens to my wife, my children, I know as
Barry still on mute, and the video gap will go. Barrister, can you hear me? Biko ka nwete no obere ndidi ọ dịka onwere ka ya na network ya si handle. Ọ dịka onwere ka ya na network ya si aga ka nwete no obere ndidi. Barrister on mute. Ịpụtago n'ihe onyonyo mana anara na ife na-ekwu.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, ga n'iru.
So this is why I want to place the record today. Right? Because I've done anything, I've not committed any offense to be being hunted around by someone, the monster in my community. And unfortunately, some people who are part of this case or who I'm defending are part of the scheming. Part of the scheming. So I want to place on record because you think that he can eat his cake and have it back. It's very impossible. I'm not a moron in a community. Nobody in our rift to go and ask question. Ask question. Ask anybody in our rift. By extension, Anambra State. I don't have problem with anybody. I'm not a troublesome maker. The only thing I defend that which is right. I defend that which is right. Anything outside right, I won't get involved. I defend that which is right. So may seem not can involve. And let me say this to you. I have never for one day in my life been in a place where there's a conspiracy to kill anybody. I'm not conspiring to kill anybody. But man, I've not been in a place in one day. See, I want to discuss how to kill Mr. A or Mr. B. I'm not part of it. I've not done that in my life, and I will not start it today. I'm not going to do it tomorrow because I come to daughter and my hands are clean. My hands, I don't have any blood in my hands, not one. So that's why I want to use this platform to tell Biafrans what is happening around me because the scheming is on as I speak. The scheming is on now, but I'm waiting for them. I can see Biafra, couldn't do ready. Malo, because so believe now. No what now government in power now, government yeah. And I saw she can carry out any form of evil attack on me and get scot-free. I don't believe because once we change the government and they feel that the people that came into power is in power, they are friends. Then the police and all the security agents will be at their pocket in their pocket. But unfortunately, they should know a responsible security agent to do that, which will encourage peace where he is. He should do that, always do that to do things that will discourage violence or problem. You should encourage him to do this that will encourage people. Even when you are being forced by a politician to do that, he say no. I will not do this. It's not wrong. This thing will throw the state into chaos. It will throw the state into violence. I won't do it. All because of this. All because of Ibusu Biafra. Starting from 2016, protest, peaceful protest. Come on, Akibuha. About same matter. High School. That is what led to where we are today. That's what we are today. To go with your question, my brother.
Ndewo barista, ndewo ụjọ atana gị ndị Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ. Ya nwa bụkwanụ Emeka Ọfọ. Ihe m ga-ekwu ebe ọ nọ n'iko ya ejuwego. Our HOD kwere gị nkwa oge o last broadcast ya. O gwakwana ya sị ya ihe ọbụla in short ndị gị nọ ya n'akazi ka ipụta oyude. Ihe ọbụla mere gị ọ ya afọ ya. E nwere ajụjụ m chọrọ ịjụ gị, m ga-achọkọta ajụjụ ịbụọ n'ofu. Onye a na-ajụ regarding since Akwa mee onye ndu rendition, that after since onye ndu has been renditioned, thousands of IPOB had been abducted by DSS. Ma Abia, Enugu, all the whole Igbo land, and ụfọdụ n'ime ha onwe ndị na-amaro ebe ha nọ, and all of them are innocent, being detained. Kembo anagba iji hụ na ha pụtara. Kembo ha na-agba iji hụ na ha pụtara. Dịka o si wee kwuo, also these innocent Biafrans are detained, and why are the DSS and why are the DSS not bringing them out to court? Then in abụọ bụ ka inye anyị update. Ama m na iwere tụchago aka ebe abụrụ ka njụ ajụjụ otu o si wee tinye ya, ị ga-aghọtachakwa ọsọ what's the legal updates on those abducted by the DSS and the military. When your house was attacked and the people killed in your compound, are those abducted by the DSS still alive? If yes, where are they? Ajụjụ Barr now, ka atụkọta ya n'ofu ka ịzapụ anyị ya. Ndị nke ejidere na ụlọ be gị oge ha bịara oge ahụ, ha ka dị ndụ? Ọkwa na ha dị ndụ ka ebe fa nọ. Ndị nke ejidegasịkwa na n'Igbo other places kpọrọ ha kpọpụ ugwu Awụsa, enwe ka esi rute okwu aka. M ga-achọ ka ịkọwatachachara anyị ụmụnna anyị, our comrades, ndị anyị na fari na-eme ife n'onwe ndị ejigasị kembụ a na-agba ife na ha pụtagasịsịrị. Ihe ajụjụ ịbụọ n'ofu. Gaa n'iru barrister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. First of all, I want Biafrans to note at this point, also Kahamaruna, we're changing the tactics. Because of a number of things happening and which are not being sanctioned by the DOS. So, and which is leading to several arrests. And then a problem because that's why I will advise people to listen to the instruction and directive from the US about how they can give here, because the US doesn't US under the direction of President doesn't encourage violence, and they don't encourage any form of violence whatsoever or attack. So I've always advised people to listen to them because if you're not paying attention to them, we'll be having problems. So this is number one. Number two, in view of this preliminary we decided now that any person that claimed to be IPB member arrested by security agents, and we got to know about it, the person must be profiled by the appropriate authority. Then once the person is profiled and the names are made available to us, the person we follow it up and make sure that at least we follow the due process and ensure it's out. We've been able to release a lot of people, and even when I went up order from court last week, directing us to release them without, and even the discharge from court, we have served them those papers and the court orders expecting compliance, which we're going back to ensure if they didn't comply, we'll go back to court because we cannot fight them. And you know why this non-compliance with orders of court and probably the judgment of the Court of Appeal is on increase because some actors, in fact, as a matter of fact, let me just say this to you people now, and they madabalo. Nwachineke no now I'm with people in charge, like my clients at IPOB will first persons in charge, like US head of the directorate and the other members of the US, because it is now whatever him at the stroke, Onyendu was incarcerated. You see, it's a function of strategy by the state. When Onyendu was abducted and brought here, a lot of studies started beginning on food. And then I got here, we were thinking that we were together. Remember one thing about just like what happened in 2015. Okay, it was a very formidable IPOB. People were together, apart from few people who are fighting us. So but of course we know they are doing that for reasons personal to them and possibly for particular reason. So then we thought everybody's together. So but later we discovered that now some people were planted, so from being paid to commit crimes that were attributed to IPOB. You see, just like now, security agents in the country know now certain things they may not run their name, but they cannot do without calling them names. Are you with me? So now these are strategies they deploy to ensure they create a problem, and by creating problem, Oyinonime will be unsettled, emotionally and otherwise, will be tortured day and night. But some of them problem or might happy. He has been preaching that to me. He has been preaching that effectively to me. That was what prompted to his handwritten letter. That was what prompted it for him to write those letters out there. See, can that was made public. He prompted it. So that will tell you the kind of person somebody who encourages violence. He won't be doing those things. He won't be telling you those things. Of course, no publications have issued so far. And also issued by the IPOB on his behalf, stating what he stands for. That didn't stand for Nka. It didn't stand for Okunoka. And I can say that to you without any fear of occupation. I can remember what he used to tell me. That the Ejiofor and he condemns both acts. So the point is that now we may say the arrest only on increase. And these people and by the time they profile with their names. You make a kuna with a matter of 50 or 100. By the time you profile with time, if you don't want to get people on the by the time the names are profiled and brought to us, no, in the estate, in the planting, it cause confusion. So, because I used to tell people from time to time, don't get yourself in violence. Because they know they've seen even the child fire court. I called the species. And when he hold offense committee because of the leadership style. So the point I'm trying to make now, only open the profile by leadership and avail the names as such, no members of IPOB confirmed by them. We'll go to court. And I'll be proud to go to court and I'll argue on their behalf. I'll argue on their behalf to tell the world and declare the court These guys have committed no offense. And you will see that when you are handling their matters in court, you have no evidence against them. They have no evidence. They will file frivolous and bogus charge against them, but there will be no evidence to substantiate that thing. That's number one. Then coming to my boys that were arrested, that were abducted, because that's never arrest. Obviously, I will skip this. I omitted this when I was narrating about the activities of the monster from my village. When they were abducted, I commend my staff, who was alive at a point in time, who was alive not at the point in time, he was always alive, who was following up immediately. When this team concluded their bloody invasion of my house and killing of my PA, they were free to post it to no one in jail. Whether that one, I'm coming to him soon because I've got a judgment against him. So they were free to post it, and when that was posted, we got it. Then obviously we never had the opportunity or never had the approval of those. He posted that thing. That was how we got the information about what happened, and I followed it up. Let me tell your friends today and the world to know that we commence this matter from Federal High Court, Oka. Some aspect of it I come up here that has to do with my own marriage. Neither SSS, nor the police, the military, those that were captured in that camera, I will send it to you to play for the government to see again, because they should not forget in a haste. Because my camera captured all of them as they were coming, as I was moving into my house, and all the activities in my house, I captured them in camera. Police, neither the police nor the SSS nor the military admitted in court that they ever came to my house. None of them. I will send you the copies of what they filed in court, and we'll bring judgment against them. They were saying they were not there, they didn't come. SSS filed a counter affidavit and said they didn't come to my house. Military filed a counter affidavit and said they didn't come to my house. Police filed a counter affidavit and said they didn't come to my house. Today on record. However, I traced them. I traced these boys, Ugochukwu, Chibuike, and the third person. I traced them to SSS headquarters Abuja when they were being detained. I traced them because Ugochukwu saw Mazi Nandekano. I went to him when Nandekano was brought from Kenya. One occasion he was on his routine road walk in the morning. He went to him. Ugochukwu saw him. I went to him and told him, Daddy, after greeting him, Ugochukwu, now I from Ejiofor. I found something. Chibuike wrote something. I sent to me through someone that he was being detained there. I went to court to tell SSS, give him my voice. Then killed people there, arrested his people, came here and released all of them. Damn, they leave my voice for me. When the pressure become much on them, and when the evil man in my house got intervening, that Nama they transferred them to Waji Barracks. I can confirm that to you. Also, I share them here. And they should know that now. Let them know that they transfer them so that they cannot maintain any form of contact within them. They can do transfer here back. So we are in court of appeal. I can't leave them. We are in court of appeal today. I am asking them simple, leave my voice for me. Somebody say, offense community. You charge them to court. They went to Ipob house, arrested people there, killed people there, came back here. After the intervention of the people from the west, they released them. Even when the matter was in court, they released them. They went their ways. Then why can't you release my people? Or is it because I cannot connect you to what happened in my house? It doesn't matter. I've seen them. That's settles it. And as I speak to you, the international community is aware of what happened in my house. I've written the international community. I've written the International Court of Justice, Criminal Court of Justice. I've written them. I've given them documents. I've given them the clip of what happened in my house. So let me know how they are going to deny it over there that they didn't come to my house. Now, okay, to further amplify what I'm saying, when this thing happened, I wrote a petition to IG. I wrote a petition to the director of SSS. I wrote to the DG SSS. I wrote a petition to the chief of army staff. I wrote this petition to them, asking them to investigate their personnel that were involved in my house, in the bloody onslaught in my house. None of them, except civil defense, none of them responded to that letter to date. None of them investigated anything to date. None of them took any step to make a further communication to us to date. None of them. So what is that showing you? That they were in my house. They were in my house for such a job. They were paid 30 million to come and kill. They were given 30 million naira to come and kill. Hello?
Hello, hold on, let me meet somebody. I want you Ifeanyi. Mute go me a barrister, mute go me a Ghani. Somebody non mute.
Okay, so the matter is before the Court of Appeal now. Because when the matter was pending before the Federal High Court, I have several cases against the State Security Service, the police, and the military before the Federal High Court. Okay. Someone came to tell Mazi that among us that I've abandoned the case in Oka. Then I said, the matter is live in court. I'm even more interested in the case than any other person. Eventually, I have to severe the case, brought in the one that has to do with my boys to Abuja. Why those ones? The one that has to do with my PA they killed and my the lawful and illegal activities in my house continue. And I won those cases over there. Then here, the court said I should we should furnish them with further facts to show that now SSS because they are denying ever coming to my house and they deny keeping them. And then brought an affidavit of facts which was provided by Mazi to the court. Now, also bring an affidavit to show that Mr. A, Mr. C, Mr. SSS, and Soshimike, and get me to know that he didn't attend there. The court, because it's the court in Abuja here, you know them, you know their background, because of their affiliation. They turn a blind eye to that. I said, no, my lord, you cannot give judgment against the police. Because they're not being detained by the police. They are there. Tell the SS to release them. They were in court of appeal now. So on the matter. So this is where we are. So when it comes to the genuine IPOB members arrested, we are on the matter. And as I also I've already we are worked out a strategy and a plan that lawyers should get involved too in the United States. Because I cannot be doing this alone. It has expanded. That's a matter between me and the staff because we have discussed it and they're helping out. And what I'm saying, what I want to tell lawyers who are getting involved in this matter one way or the other, to be upright and honest. IPOB case is a case of covenant. If I take IPOB case as a case that will give me money, I'll be a billionaire by now. I'll be a billionaire. And if I become a billionaire by now, I may not be alive today. It's not that. It's a case I'm involved because it has to do with my people. And I know they are not doing something wrong. And I know they are doing something within the confines of law. So that's why I'm involved. I'm spiritually involved in the matter. And I believe it's God that brought me out for this case. And God that brought me out of them must continue to sustain us and protect me. Otherwise, I've been a dead person. I've suffered tremendously in the hands of Nigerian security and the hands of Mustard and the hands of people who are with me. Who wants one word to eliminate me? I've been shot. I've been shot. I've been attacked. I've suffered for some prejudice. That's why I'm alive. It's not. I'm not alive because I'm the most favored. No, I'm alive because God wants me to be alive because it's a divine project. And in the course of that, I've always been steadfast and upright, advising people that cares to know, people that I'm defending, to be properly guided. Guided by within the ethics and ethics of what I mean. So, and they've been listening to me. They've been listening to me. That's why I'm proud to defend them, and I'll continue to defend them till thy kingdom come.
Which means those abducted, they are still alive. I think I had Dr. Nabegi had their life. Okay. Okay, Ima Ebefano now.
I'm telling you where they are. They've been the tenant to one barak, Niger State here. One barak, I transfer around.
Okay.
And it's in court records. I've put it in court records. I've been there.
Okay. Can you get this question also? Tupuma the question. Based on if I from a tribunal and they can judges who see their technicalities and whatever. No blah for if I'm ready. I for what I bend the Supreme Court and all those things. Monday bara number 1, Bruce number 4, bro number 1, and all those things. Ajujabu, legally, is there any other way forward if on 15th December 2023 Nigerian government failed to release Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If yes, educate us based on the law, the technical. Ganiru.
I don't want to sound negative, and I can never sound negative on this issue. Because I know that releasing Nnamdi Kanu has no option than to release him. It's not optional. It's something that must be done. Why would I say that? Anything outside releasing Nnamdi Kanu as quickly as possible, we further indict the federal government that they're responsible. They're actually responsible for what's happening in the Southeast. These people, and including all the stakeholders, because I know those who have been going and interceding, who have been talking to the authority. Some will go and call me on phone and tell me, look at what I've done. This man has been cleared by the court. This man has been discharged by the court. This man has been detained unconstitutional today. And as bad as it is, this case is the first case study in this country where a citizen will be discharged by a court of appeal and you are still keeping him. It's better. It's the most ideal thing to release him. In law, we have our laws. We have laws. We have done all we can professionally within the confines of law. If you read the judgment, if you read the respondent brief before the court, you see how empty it is. You see how empty it is. I don't want to go into law. But the fact that government, I don't want to sound negative. I listen now the kind on 15th of December is not optional. It is not optional. It is something government must do. Because it has committed no offense to law. Otherwise, you know that there are people actually causing havoc in the Southeast. And will be held responsible for that. This man or people has come in their numbers, their group to tell you, release him. If you release him, we will have peace in the Southeast. We cannot know the criminals and go after them. Allow us to go after the criminals. Leave him, let him come out. Allow us to go after the criminals. He has said it a number of occasions that he has not business with those who are causing havoc in the Southeast. And IPOB as a peaceful global movement has come out publicly to tell you, and they have been writing it time without number, that we are not part of this. What you are going to do, challenge him, challenge them now. Release him, release the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let's know what to happen in the Southeast. If the people in the Southeast didn't go after the criminals, then don't come here, bastard. They will go after the criminals. Without even informant of security agents, they will go after these criminals. A responsible government must do the part that will restore peace and unity in the region. A responsible government must do after the part and advice that will restore total peace. So you can enjoy the government. You can't continue to promote, by your actions, promote violence and killings in the Southeast. Today we're asking people to come back from Lagos, to come back to come and vest. Last month, I didn't sleep here for 2 weeks. I didn't sleep in my house for 2 days or thereabout. I was busy working on the case of those people that are demolishing their property. I was actually involved in the matter. That whatever there was achieved in that case today, I was involved. Which I didn't make it public. I was involved. They called me. I was involved. And unfortunately, I want the Biafrans to know today, those guys were duped by some people that collected $100 million from them, lawyers over there, to defend them. And at the end of the day, those lawyers ran away from them. And we got involved. They didn't pay me a dime. And we got involved, making our contact to ensure they're protected. Now, we are asking everyone to return to Greece to come and invest when the atmosphere is tense. So anything the only thing that stopped the release of Nnamdi Kanu on 15 means they want the entire Southeast to be thrown into violence and havoc. So the only thing for the government, official available to the government, to release him on 15th of December, let him go his way. Then we Igbos will fight those who are secreting our land. We know them. We'll go after them. Before now, Christmas, Christmas is an opportunity for us to come back home and invest. Help our people, help the needy. help those who just graduated, get job for them, and also through empowerment and give it to the level of people. How can you develop your region when you didn't travel for Christmas? Or Christmas like age, if you want over a throne, if you want to from school and where go, if you there a scholarship, if you there if you some people who are not on Christmas, how much you want that? They will borrow money to come back home. Then when they are going, they will go money with money, they will have a very good working action by worker for them. And here you go. So anything government will do on Friday, other than releasing Namdekano, will mean that government want to destroy the entire Southeast. And they will be held responsible for that. And that means they've been encouraging that the people encouraging this problem in the Southeast. The responsible government, I'm saying it now, should be interested in policies that will bring restore peace in the country. And people in their numbers has come, governors has come, some governors has come, some senators have gone, some well-meaning Igbos has gone to tell them, assure them, leave this man, leave it for us. In this area, I have to say again, Igbo will go after that. Igbo the industrials will know how to go about criminals. But they are happy about it. What justification for the need of buy? So what I'm saying in law, we have our law. Law is on our side. It has been decided by Federal High Court. Come up and say, go home. So releasing on 16th of December 2023 is not optional. It's not optional. It's something that must be done. Thank you.
Ndewo barrister. So it's not optional, knowing how you married it, and it already sound negatively on that. So bo adding. Ajụjụ ọzọ m chọrọ ka anyị bịa nebaba anya tupu ụmụnne anyị.
Emesịa nwanne m onwere issue m chọrọ treat later. I believe that matter has lingered for so long. We have discussed leadership, and I believe it's important for me to get involved in that matter because of madness going on in the Southeast now, and that madness has simply removed the eyes of people who should be involved in the side reason and can do that either religion and religion and no religion. So when we are done, I'll go into that. Please, I will allow me to talk to the just 10 minutes about that issue.
Okay, ngwa nke ahụ ga-abụ ma anyị chịkọtawa anyị kwuo okwu ọfụma na ife gbasara legal issues and all those things. O nwekwa ike nwekwa ajụjụ ọzọ ga-adị mgbe anyị emepe igwe eji ekwu okwu ka ndị mmadụ tinye ọnụ maka onwe ndị anyị ha nọgasị na Zoom ebe a. Mana tupu anyị ga to that one, nga-ajụ gị ife dịka ndị rere onye ndu ịma na ikwubugo okwu a dịzie ka ọ bịa jụọ oyi ke ndị rụrụ ana o rubeghị mgbe anyị akwupụta okwu officially si na ọ bụ onye dị ụta eziokwu na onye ndu dịka oge mgbara ya ajụjụ mgbara nwanne nwoke Benjamin Madubugo dịka m mere interview ọ sị na onye ndu si na ọ bụ MI16 and Ifeanyi mana ka anyị na-ekwu n'onu Igbo anyị ma na ọ bụ oke nọ n'ụlọ gwara oke nọ n'ọfịa na azụ dị na ngịga ihe a bụ arụ ka ọ bụ n'ala Igbo ọ wụrụbeghị mgbe anyị agwa anyị eziokwu ọ bụrụ na ya marụ mana agwa anyị ọfishali si anyị na-ene nke a ka onye a mere nke a ka onye a mere amaghịzi m Ifeanyi ekpuchi afọ ime aka maka na ọ pụtago amara m kịta ọ bụgo gboo iji wee kwuo okwu a. Ndewo barrister gaa n'iru.
Nwanne m daalụ ihe m chọrọ ikwu kịta bụ na ndị be asị achọrọ ihe gburu ọchụ jee n'ụzọ ọhịa ndị be anyị kwuru this matter mụ na onye ndu discuss here exhaustively and there are information he passed on to me and in confidence. That's my greatest strength here. The point is that he said that he will address this issue, but I should assure the global peaceful movement of IPOB that no one IPOB involved in he said it clearly to me. Not that the US, not everybody. I thank God that when we visited last time, he came out to also say the same thing as he told him. He still pointing an accusing finger to the had a here and they had involved in the also, but almost the other involvement. I don't think he didn't. Suka told me when I had a discussion with him that no one by the involved. And Emma, what I want to tell you, Buna, only telling me for Joe can do it for Joe through other channels without you noticing. The point is that now it cannot be taken away from the fact that Nandeba are involved. But only it may not be to the knowledge of Onyen. That's what I want to tell you. It may not be to his knowledge that Nandeba must have been involved in plotting this. It may not be to his knowledge because someone not to his knowledge must have mentioned it to me. Now Nandeba no man only involved, no only involved. But then, one thing about this, I believe now most important thing at this point in time is his freedom. Now the catch him at this point. What's important is for him to regain his freedom and go for proper medical treatment. That's the most important thing. When he comes out, you will have an opportunity to also introspect because all Nyama through that travel, and then you will have an opportunity of introspecting and possibly thinking aloud, and also probably putting two and two together. So, but for now, it wasn't specific as to Nonya involved. I never indicted Onya from our place. Nonya Naked. So I don't tell lies. I will tell you how he said it to me. And my opportunity tomorrow during his period of introspection or inquiries or investigation, not talk about Nonya Naked, or borrow his word. Now, what I believe I want to advise at this point, in line with what he said to me, boom, let all hands be on deck to ensure that he's out. So that's the most important thing. Now, and the vice manager, and Kenya Dara, Uratande or Gumad, or non so another about mad. So let him be out. First of all, once out, thankfully, we have a countenance in this now, and God will make it happen. I believe God strongly, and God will make it happen. It happened in 2017, it will happen again. So when it's out, then you have opportunity of discussing certain issues, pertinent issues that will be relevant to the struggle, and that will be. Then you will have your floor to have that discussion with. Thank you so much.
Ndewo barrister, ama m na okwu a nwere ka ọ ga-esi wee do mana ihe dịka anyị nwa anyị akpụghị isi chere mkpọrọ ọ bụrụ ma onye ndu anyị ekwechirigo maka na ihe nji na-ekwu bụ dịka i kwuru isi na a chọrọ ka ọ pụtagodu mpụta ya mana ka anyị na-anụgasị a na-ekwu dịka nke a na ọ dị official nke a dị official ọhaneze kewuru ịbụọ onye nke ọzọ bụ isi guzoro kwuru ọ sị na o nwere ndị Igbo na-achọrọ ka onye ndu pụta na fa na-agba mbọ maka ihe ndị na-ekwu ya ka anyị na-agba mbọ ka ọ pụta na o nwekwara ndị na-achọrọ ka ọ pụta ka anyị mara ndị bụ ndị onye o ji ede mkpa na-ekwu okwu na-etunyekwa ya mmadụ dịka nwa amadi a mbụ Ifeanyi Uba ọ ga-ajụrụ ya ajụjụ Ifeanyi Uba sị na ọ bụ ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke kwuru m okwu gbasara abụrụ ya okwu na ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke ka eji wee budata ya n'ala Igbo na Naịjirịa ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke ọ sọrọ nọ nke ya a na-ekwu okwu a na-aratagasị okwu aka amara onye bụ onye bikos ife mere n'ala Igbo bụ arụ ofu onye Igbo ji afụ ụzọ achọ ka etipịa ya ngwa ka ha nọ kịta ka ifefa na-eme o nwere ife anyị fụrụ ife m na-ekwu bụ ka a na-agba mbọ ka onye ndu pụta ka a marakwana ndị a na-akwụnyere okwu ndị so anyị na ndị na-esoro anyị onye ndị na-ekwu ife a yọtago onye ndu nwee ike ọ mara onye bụ onye duto na akpara nkata n'azụ ya ọ mara tupu ọ danye o nwere ike nọrọ ebe ahụ ọ gaghị ama na ndị dịkwa ụta so dịka ị na-ekwu okwu na-arụtụ ihe dịka ndị ụlọ ikpe aka ndị si ewepụta ya ndị esi ewepụta ya mana ndị a na-abịakwutekwa ya ekwunyere ya okwu onye ji na-ekwu owe orubeghị mgbe anyị agwa anyị sị ya dịkwa ama agala ebe a gaa ebe dị ụta maka adị ama ihe nchọrọ ajụjụ nchọrọ ịtụrụ ekwe na ajụ ama m na-esago ya mana o nwezi ihe ị chọrọ ikwubie ya tupu majụzie ga ajụjụ ọzọ mmadụ dere gakwara na mpaghara ihe ọzọ nke ịbụọ na ajụjụ a nke ịbụ ewe n'iwe nke ịbụọ na ajụjụ a fanche ya agakọcha ọnụ oge mgbara nwanne anyị nwoke Benjamin Madubugo ajụjụ dịka mụ na gị kparịtara o nwere okwu o kwuru ọwụrụ n'olu oyibo asị underline ọ sị na asọsọ asị ka a na-atụrụ onye ndu ebe ahụ n'ọsọsọ asị mụnwa mere ya interview ọsọsọ asị ka ndị na-agafe ya na-atụrụ ya asị amaghị m inwe ike kọwatatụkwara anyị ndị na-atụ asị ya bikos ihe emebichichicha na anyị a na-emebiri anyị ihe na IPOB a na-organize ọ na-aghasa apụtasị onye a bụ onye ori onye ndị isi anyị ndị na-achịkwa anyị o nwebeghị ụdị ebubo a na-ebufọrọfa ọzụga nnọọ amara Chineke ya amaghị ebe anyị kara ịnọ kịta ke ndị na-aja ahụ onye ndu a ke ndị na-asịrị ya asị ya bụ ajụjụ ịbụọ a ichekwatazie ya ndewo.
My brother, Nwachineke, the point is that ndị bas na ihe agba n'aka juru gị wee nye ya. And the moment you realize, if you are in this case, as IPB lawyer, which I'm not an IPB member, I used to tell you, the man in this case, I'm pretty more can you will like culture batania, I can't dodge batania. God will continue to bless you and close on you and bless the works of your hand. Only one other underlying motive to batania, it will be God will have a way of coming back to you. Just like someone who has been in solitary confinement for 2 years and now, 23 years. I'm only not in that condition. Sometimes I will not blame him. Will you hug an apple? When you look at the just saying, not only at the cock going out after say the show, one false penalty face the area, say, what possible to make or not come and fair. So here Benjamin Mother from truth is truth. And if you take into account, here, they're not much. Their names are there. You know them. You know them. Know the extent of lies. I told Onyendu, someone I can make argument a subject. I make argument. I'll possibly overcome. I took one. You respect me for that. I don't tell him what you want to hear. I'm aware simple. Now, where Onyendu say, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I want to tell you things as it is. When you come out to see other things, but I will tell you what I will tell you things as it is. I know you may not like me for that, or you may like me for that, but I will tell you the things as it is. Right? So it is the correct truth and the correct thing. Oh, here the correct truth. If the negative truth to Buna, and it's still on today. What can I do? So, but the one problem with that, I'm gonna say our own major interest and preoccupation at this point in time. Legally speaking, legal wise, I am going to carry as a lawyer. I've done my own part. Because by getting to Supreme Court, being here at Supreme Court, awaiting judgment, I've done my own part. So, you have to charge an auto to know if it's on a bank. He will come out. These are things I want them to believe. I'm going to have tomorrow, but I know he will not die. He will come out. And he will come out soon. Will take his ear, will he go as they are normally help Mr. A and Mr. B and Mr. C and Mrs. C and where there's what you know, what the possible no one in the go. I go can correct that. When you make and then I know when they go when you keep up with Unyakita or the market, where you hot or my hot or you watch a legend. But I don't think those things are important to me now. So I don't have one problem with that. I know he will come out and he will come out alive. So, and that will not derail us from the part I say, well, you may get it up there. Because in the attention to say, I will bring all of them one after and address them publicly. Why I have to discuss a lot in my court to let them discuss it because I've not said it, I've put a lot in there. Why I want to discuss it to level question? Because he has gone to dine with somebody who's looking for avenue to eliminate me as quickly as possible. And I will not say it when I'm dead. But I'm going to because right? So I have to say it for you to know what's happening around me. Because I cannot be a party. I cannot go at my back to meet someone who is looking for to kill any of us, or someone who has been repeatedly making an attempt to eliminate any of us. I won't do that. And so that's why I have to say, the issue of life and death. And I told him, say, now why I am coming to you, because Onyendu was shocked. He said, and he's meeting with him. And I've been told, so let me make it public. We're seeing like or something. Hey, no, we are not, don't know what happened to Barr. We don't know what happened to his people. We don't know what happened to his 5 or children or to his family members, or even to my lawyers. But don't want to call him tomorrow that and a court. Now I don't know. Only of family members, I'm going to hold responsible. This is the man on your that responsible for this. So that's number one. Number two, I will encourage you people and I will advise this peaceful global movement not to be distracted by antics of enemies. Enemies are working day and night. They are working day and night relentlessly to derail the objective of this struggle. And they're using people who are part and parcel of the process to do that. You see, because onye na-achọ nkịta na be m chọrọ inye m poison, assuming without all the possible. Na office m bụ ọbịa n'ọfịs m ọjọọ onye na-ebi onye nweghị m na-ebi ọsị ka onye na-eweta ihe m na-eri ọ nọ sekretarị mbụ n'ụlọ ya mbụ nọ my PA na-eweta ya ọsị my PA na ọ gaghị na-ewetakwa ihe ada nwa chimanya je wede chọọ ka etire something to rie. But it's not possible because my lawyers the ka mụ na ha dị ka nwanne I would let freely. So what about the possible? And ha try go work right? I try go work n'ọfịs m. So never na wee dobazie careful. So what I'm saying bụ na achọrọ m ka anyị discuss achọrọ m ka ihe gbasara asị na tụrụ onye ndu bụrụ onye abụ topical issue media for now. Let him come out. Let our preoccupation be Oputa. The facts are there. We have come a long way in defending this case. If I tell you what I have, what the facts before me, believe me, which is also in the well of some people, the leadership. If I tell you what is playing out around these gangsters, but I don't want to discuss it. I'm keeping it. I've documented everything. You are not going to. Let me just say that the young balloon today about 30% of what I have on my record. Because other ones will prejudice what I'm doing and what's the effort to bring the onion up. So I don't want us to discuss it here until it comes out. Until it comes out. I won't send the other off here. You got off here. Well, for how wicked in the body. How wicked our people they. Our people are evil. I'm sorry to say this. Nobody evil. Nobody evil. Nobody evil. That's why. All because I'm evil, but I'm not the only man that can work on level now. Open our people who will be the Kandasa, or man never today. Woman in Yoruba, man never today. Make I wonder how okay the president of this country. What happened? Within 1 week, Oyana, get it. I'll have to develop it. You said over here, Lalo. Why have Lalo now? You think you know just not just me to oh, but say now I'm not stopped talking about the Yoruba. Who told you that? It's something Lalo they had. Why didn't they bring him in when the other former government was in power? They didn't bring him in. They stopped him from bringing him in. They stopped him because of 30 years of prison. He's a free man. And the guy can do also. When you do no 2 months of that. So our people are not doing much, have not done much so far. I know that some people are also don't want him to be out. I have those information. I'm the actual corporate. I'm a Jimmy. No, down. So the most important thing at this point in time, I age when you do, and you can draw. We're gonna tell them and you'll be out. Oh, but I was serious. I the buy pastor. I don't know what I'm doing. As the buy, not the pastor. If you otherwise, tell me why I'm defending IPOB and their members in court. How can I kill this man? How can I kill this man? Just tell me. You want me answer? Oh, because when this in our pocket, yeah, the SS in our pocket, yeah, never in our pocket, yeah, or talk about how 1 million about it, or business, but how you want to talk? How can I kill this man? When an Azoji and Azana, when an Azor, I will make business with him. Women and Azor lifted, and Azor that ship, but I want this man die to be killed. Have you seen me calling publicly out this man? Have not seen me. So that will tell you how wicked our people is. All our people with homophobia, Mazi will not be there for more than a month of that. Are you aware that at some point in the course of this case, that some people went to see the former president of this country, Buhari, and he mentioned them and my name was among them. Are you aware? That's how I said it to you. My name was among them. And he fixed a timeline. We didn't want to have a meeting and listen to the canon. He fixed a timeline. That was when Mazi late.
Barrister, I'm not sure if you could. Is in each Jerifu onye chobra chosena ya chorefugi. I'll touch
there was the time a delegate went to see Onye Alapra on Mazi and the Kano's case, right? The people that led that delegation go Nwachineke, yes, Nwachineke.
Mbazurike Amechi.
Let Nwachineke Amechi let that delegate. They went there first time, Jereba second time. He now had a meeting with them and told them those who want to see. I went to see, I took Nwachineke late. Amechi to Onyendumasinana, and they had a meeting. We went to see him. He has his mandate. They have a discussion with him. That was then, you know, when it happened. This man came here on a wheelchair from Abuja, flew two times. Yeah? I was with him in a hotel. I have planned to get a meeting. They didn't come. They never meeting with them. They didn't come. By that man will be asked his long time. They didn't come. This man waiting for 3 days. You didn't see them. No more grab this again. And that was the end. Unfortunately, some of them are one akita. Ndi supposed to meeting on the outside on the Igbo. But I'm the outside. One of them flew all the way from UK to the meeting. Then that day, flew all the way from UK to the meeting. Nathaniel child for the meeting. And he told Onye Neba so the meeting. I said Onye he go between. Where he came all the way from UK because of this meeting. That was far back as last year. On the Igbo. You know, talk about that meeting. Come up one work. Ndi we for one echi egbe nyido na nke ya adoro gana onye ogu mmadu not opata one ha work first. What can say me? So if you are telling me that they didn't do much, thankfully Lord is on our side. I'm saying this for the first time today, but it's fact. I have a lot on my hands. I kept to myself, not competent. So the point is now I don't want to go into a discussion that will derail the purpose of what you are doing. No, happier for now. Happen some of this is not for now. You will hear everything from him, and you will have a discussion with him. Who talk and involved, and I'm dead. I'll get involved. So let us focus on things that will bring him out. That's the most important thing now. Let us be doing things that will bring him out, and also focus too on making clarifications and activities of those who are actually competent. Well, that's very important too. I didn't watch in front of some of them now working with federal government. I'm working with security agents. So clarifying and telling them Nandi have commando too. Because I can never sanction violence. Me, by the state of can never sanction violence. And I'm not part of it. And unfortunately as it is today, can make Andy Bomalo. And remember the Jeep is the Jeep is 7% east. I don't know express. I don't know now fundi buy now the police. When they see me, they'll stop me. Carry them off, man. On there, come on, we send on Ozu. Okay. My boy, the person on there. Yeah. Of more. Say, wait. Okay, time of man. Or some get 80 of them they are doing I showed my life. You ask me how is it doing? When is it coming out? As far as you're working out, we're doing our best. 80% of them, we ask me how is it doing. I'm telling you what I'm seeing on the road. In that travel, I just came back yesterday morning from East, in the little East. They will tell you, what are we here? How is it doing? Ndi inafu, Africa for Igbo. Nkanka. Ekerecha ha ina gara onwe. Echi ni fu umu ekwensu edukwa anụzọ je chi ha oda eme ha. Eme ha kwa ha aka. Na ha bụ na meruzu. Eme nka. Nwanne. Let's do other things. Let's discuss other things. Sorry about that. Just number 10 para
ndewo barrister. Dịka anyị siri wee ghọta anyị mana ọ nwere oge asị na anyị nwa bụ IPOB na anyị bụ proscribere anyị and oge ahụ emechara ife ahụ enwe ka ngụnwa were okwu a weje na ọ dịka ọ bụ appeal court ka okwu ahụ nọ amarọ m ekpechaghị ekpecha mana ọ nweziri oge anyị nọkọtara ọ na-efarizi n'ikuku na ụlọ ikpe nke dị naanị nọ n'Enugu na ụlọ ikpe nke ahụ zi ewepụla anyị dị proscribe ga anyị mmadụ dịka mụnwa ghọtara m beka amarọ agụrọ m law mana ka m si wee ghọtatụ ihe dị na law achọrọ m na dịka okwu anyị nọ na Supreme Court kịta na nke anyị na-eche n'ụbọchị 15th na enwere ka Federal High Court esi nwee aka na ya dịka m si ghọta ihe law mana m ga-achọ ka ịkọwatatara anyị maka na Igbo niile na-ege ntị IPOB niile na-ege ntị edi proscribe go IPOB n'ezie ekpegokwe n'ikpe nke nọ na appeal court biko ka ịkọwatatara anyị ka anyị mara ka anyị si eje maka na nwere onye kwuru okwu ọda ọndụ ka ikpe ndị ịkpọgasịrị afa na ewepụga afọ anyị ndewo.
Thank you, my man. God bless you. What I want to say about this is simple. Upon the prescription of IPOB by the federal government, that was on September 17th, 2017, I went to court to challenge it. We filed an application to set aside the other prescription of IPOB. Then when the matter was heard on the merits, and the court dismissed the application and will file appeal before the Court of Appeal, Abuja, on the subject. So the appeal was pending, apart from filing application for an appeal against that prosecution, because the fact, now, there is a lay down guideline for prescribing an organization, which is contained in our law, stated in our law. These guidelines were not met by the requirements expected of the character of the activities of IPOB. They were not met. So, and remember also, now what propelled the actions taken at that position of IPOB, the political position of IPOB, was the fact that when the government filed a charge against Mazi, and part of the charge, now IPOB was referred to in that charge, 2017, as an unlawful organization. We also challenged the competence of that charge for the court, stating before the court, that same 2017, that the character of IPOB and activities of IPOB didn't fall within the definition of associations that are violent. Argument was canvassed by my humble self to that effect, and the court struck out that charge that has to do with declaring IPOB as unlawful organization. And instead of the government going to appeal against that, against the high price, they quickly went to trial court to obtain an order, call it black market order, to clarify it. So these are part of argument before the Court of Appeal in challenging the prosecution. We also find a motion for stay of execution. Of course, our greatest constant in this country here is that politically, when you have this kind of cases, there must be interest and there must be influence, one way or the other. So not all judges have the temerity and the guts to dispense justice without fear. So, and it affected dates. But I struggle, I followed it up till the point the matter was slated for definite hearing. The time the matter was slated for definite hearing, that was when the parties were all due side with hearing notices. In the case that this matter is coming up on a certain date last year for definite hearing. And when a matter is heard by court, next thing will be judgment. So in between that period, one of the visits I conducted, Wendy mentioned to me that someone gave that a lawyer is coming in to file an application for in the matter. I said, no, Court of Appeal how it works. If you file an application in this matter, it may be explained as or probably construed as a delay tactics on our part. And since federal government has been doing this proceedings, and to go on. And they convinced him, the people that came to talk to him, convinced him that we abandoned the appeal. That was our appeal. I told him he's coming up for the hearing. So he said, Ejiofor, you have been so wonderful. Since they want to make contribution and do that, it should come in. And I told him, please, if you have, since this matter has been adjourned for the hearing, and someone want to file a process in this case I'm doing, which is coming up for hearing, with due respect, I will not be part of this case again. The person should go on. The person should do what? Should go on and conduct the proceedings, proceeding before the Court of Appeal. They went on. They filed several applications before the Court of Appeal. To date, as I speak to you, there has never been any formal date on record given to them for getting another appeal to date. To date, there hasn't been any formal date given for getting another. I told you, please, with due respect to you and your person, I will not be part of this case again. Let them go on, and that's where we are today. So I don't want to talk more, discuss much about it. That's my level of the level, the way I'll stop. I'll stop. Then going forward, in relation to the matter that has to do with the judgment I'm talking about, I read judgment. I've read it in between line. I read judgment. The court, the state high court in Enugu made such an order. That's number one. There's no order from State High Court stating that IPOB has been baptized. That's not contained that order of the judgment of the court. I've read it in the Supreme. It's not there. So whosoever is telling you that there was a judgment has the judgment of the trial, maybe State High Court, who said that IPOB has been tried, is not being honest. That's number one. Number two, judgment stated in its entirety that there are some other groups in the country that are also involved in one agitation or the other. That the manner in which IPOB was prescribed is irregular. He didn't say no. That he didn't say that the other is that we hear. Because clearly stated that he doesn't want to get involved in that because was aware that there's a judgment, there's a matter, a live case on that subject before the Court of Appeal. So the court entertained other primary matters that has to do with activities of the pronouncement by the South governors and all that. They didn't delve into the main meat of this. And of course, you know that when this matter is before the Court of Appeal, I don't think there's any competent court that will make pronouncement on the live case before the Court of Appeal. But I believe so, and I'm hopeful because I've done my own part. I believe what's before the Court of Appeal will sustain will sustain the appeal the fight. But I don't think there's any fundamental amendment to what we have before the Court of Appeal. So that's my level of contribution to what you said. So I don't think unless one way to further.
So to layman understanding, IPOB have not been proscribed.
Not at all.
Not at all. Enwe ike so ya no n'Igbo. Nwoke ga esikwa ya no n'Igbo ka o si n'ọnụ gị pụta.
Ihe na-ekwu bụ na n'oge anyị na-eme okwu n'ụka na 2017 anyị nọ court. Na ndị obodo a tiri akwụkwọ na court. We see court na IPOB, one of the charges na court bụ na IPOB bụ ndị otu na-akpa aghara na ha dị na ha na-akpa aghara na ha dị eme ọfụma na court ya court na onye na-ebi otu na-akpa aghara. So anyị ma tinye akwụkwọ court ya tụfuo ife ha na-ekwu n'ọrụ ndị ọma ya ọ gara n'ọrụ eziokwu na IPOB obodo na-ekwu okwu maka inwere ha ka ọ dụrụ ndị Igbo, ọ dụrụ ndị be anyị mma. Na okwu mmadụ ikwu okwu si na ọ chọrọ na gịnị na-anụ dị na nwunye site na ọ chọrọ ọzọ ka ụnụ dị na nwunye abụrụ alụ ka ọ bụ kama nọ right ya dị provided na akwụkwọ iwu nyere ikike ya kwuo na ọ chọrọ ọ sị na ọ ya anụzi na nwunye ya kwuo na ọ ya anụzi just like etu nwoke na nwaanyị si eje court kwuo na ha anọchago like ihe a na-eme kịta mmadụ nwere ike nụcha nwaanyị tata after 3 months na nwaanyị akwụkwọ nwaanyị enu akwụkwọ. So after 3 months kwuo na ha anụchago agbafere ha jee na dọkasị akwụkwọ ha bidokwa live n'isi. So this is what the law says. Law says you have the right to agitate. Law says you have the right to self-determination. So I would if no need the court where so if I could run down where to for her government to see na the can I as a argument to IPOB to ara chọba. So ogo obodo for na if I na-ekwu ndị ọmụme na court tufugo ha kwuru agbata abụja ka obodo ha ka ọ bụ na si na je nweta ikike ichukwu na IPOB na dị na obodo otu ọjọọ. So si nweta ike ahụ konu ka mee ha so ha wee kwuo etu a anyị sokwa ha tekwanụ na ikpe akwa kwa kọta ahụ nya tufu maka kọta ọzọ ka anyị ga-esipụta. So nya gbakọta anya tufuo ihe ndị a na-ekwu n'ọrụ ndị ọma ya na IPOB ara n'ife ara achọ ọgba aghara. IPOB bụ otu na-achọ maka ọdịmma ndị be anyị na-ekwu na ife a na-eme ndị be anyị dịrọ mma. Nnamdị Kanachi na kọt ya tụfuo ha ndị obodo a kwuru na ọ dọrọ mma iji kpọ ndị be anyị na paabụ ndị ori iji megide ndị be anyị. Kọt jụ wee anyị dewe apịl Court of Appeal. Anyị nọzi na apịl na-ekpe chọọ ịma inweta deti na Court of Appeal na apịarụ anyị etichego akwụkwọ kpụrụzie gọọmenti na gọọmenti na-adụchighị azụ ịma ka a si eme n'obodo a ha tinye akwụkwọ ikpe n'ikpe IPOB ma ikpe Nnamdị Kanu agbafere ha ijekwa kpọpụta ihe ijekwa kpọpụtakwa ebe ha na-abịa na alahụ na kpọta ha nọ n'ikpe tupu ha abịa zaa ihe na-ekwu maka ha gbaje kọt agbafere ha ọsọ. So maka ịma na eziokwu adịrọ ha n'ọnụ. So ndu na ikpe wee sị na-ekpezi ikpe a nwoke ya ekpe. So akazi ka ekpe na-akpọrọzi ikpe a ndị otu m na ha na-eji afụ onye ndu wee sị na adịkwa se na do na ikpe na nwere na etiri ikpe a ka ekpe ekpe etiri ikpe a naghị ekpe etige na ekpe for definite hearing na October 6th 2022 ka etiri ekpe. Ndị mụ na ha na-ejekọkwa ndị ọrụ nkịtị enwefe wee jekwu onye ndu sị na na ka afọ ya na m ahapụgo ibe a na marakwa ekpezikwa ya na m hapụrụ ya ka a na-akpọkọ ndị be anyị so mụ na onye ndụ kwezi okwu onye ndụ wesị na nwere akwụkwọ ndị a na-ekwu na eti na ndị achọ ka etinye na n'ihe anyị tinye n'ụlọ ikpe na court of appeal na etinye ka e wee kwụsị ịkpụ ndị na-akpụ ndị be anyị na ibe ndị ọzọ kwụsị onye ndụ ọma ngwọ gos na itinye ha n'akwụkwọ nke okwu a dịgoro otu a itinye ha n'akwụkwọ ka i wee mee ife ọdanya na ndị obodo anyị asị na ndị obodo anyị ndị kọtụ enyeghị deeti tere aka anyị anụzie n'oge so mana ebe ọnụọgụgụ ha ga-etinye akwụkwọ na maghị agbagha ya okwu n'onye n'ọnya nwe ji nya nwe ji nya nwe mma onye obere nya ya so nsị na maghị agbagha ya okwu na ihe dị n'ebe ha ga-etinye akwụkwọ ka emee ya ka anụ ife ọ na-ekwu so ha tizie akwụkwọ tizie akwụkwọ dị ọtụtụ n'ebe ahụ akwụkwọ a ka etiziri ndị a kamgbe ahụ ha tiri akwụkwọ tata agbanyetebere okwu n'ụlọ ikpe tata ọgwa arọ agwụna anabakwa 2024 aya bakata oge okwu n'ikpe so nye ife na ebe nsogbu mana a sị na onwe ihe m ga-emewu maka na ndị mmadụ sị na nwata bekere akwa ọya nwaanyị dịka ọmụ ihe gburu ya ịghọtago so n'ọnya ihe mma akọwara ụmụ de nke ọzọ dị ka ibe maka ndị akwụkwọ si na Enugu steeti high court ụlọ ikpe wee na-abịa anyị gụọ na ya ewetara m ya ngụọ maka akwụkwọ ahụ ụla mmụọ ka ọ bụ ma ọ bụrụ na ụla mmụọ ka ọ na ihe kwuru akwụkwọ a dị so onye kwuru akwụkwọ ahụ dị agbagwojuru anya chachacha nọ ndị chọrọ iti ife ọdanya dị wee kọwa ihe kwuru n'akwụkwọ nwere akwụkwọ ewepụtara na Enugu kwu na ndị ha ndị gọọmenti na-ekwu si na IPOB na-eme nka na IPOB wu prescribed organization na ha bụrụzi no akwụkwọ Enugu ekwuru ya maka na o metụtasịrị ife ndị ọzọ aka kwuo na etu o si achụgharị ndị IPOB adịrọ mma etu o si eme ihe ha adịrọ mma na ọ makara ndị Igbo etu o si eme ife ndị ọzọ adịrọ mma so n'ọnya ka m chọkwara ịkọwa ndị be anyị ka ha repụta jesi echi ile na-egwukwo na asị apụta bikọs ime ha na mmadụ nwere ike pụtachi ike ọsịrị ngwongwo pụta n'ilo ndị a na-achọ onye ha egbu egbe were gbausi maazị baya ogwunu ụka dịkwa maka mgbausi a ihe na-agụ aka mba ụwa ha na-eme so ka echelugoro ka ebechaa nke a na-ebe na court of appeal ebechaa ya Chineke ya gozie ije ahụ maka nwere ihe anyị merụ nwee ndị be anyị merụ na eji wee sị na ha bụ ndị nke a bụrụ ndị nke ọzọ bikos na ndị na-ekwu ka ọ dịrị ndị be anyị mma na ya chọrọ ọzọ ife anyị na-eme anyị so nwere ihe famịlị nwere ihe Nnamdị ka mere anyị ji wee sị na nke a mere nke a mere nke ọzọ so ọ bụrụ ihe dị na ya onye ka sị ka nkọwa ndị be anyị ha pụta soro nya ahụ ka a na-ebugharị oge agbapụtakwa na-eti mkpu nwere eme nke ọzọ so eze onye ka m chọrọ nkọwara ha ama na ha ghọtara ihe m kwuru ọfụma dara nwanne m
ndewo barịsta ndewo ngwanụ anyị emepe igwe anyị maka ndị nọ na Zoom na ndị ọzọ ka anyị mara ndị nwere ajụjụ ọzọ na nke ị na-emetụbeghị aka ọ bụ na onye ahụ jụọ ọ bụrụ na ọ nke ị na-emetụbeghị aka asa ọbụkwa na ọ nke imetụgo aka agwa ya ka o jee gee ihe i kwuburu mana amarọ m ajụjụ anọ m n'ọnụ mana ka m jụpụ gị ya o nwere ihe ị nwere ikwu maka okwu ekperima ịma onye m na-ekwu ekperima bụ afa ya ịma ọ tekwa ụgbọ afọ gara aga nwe ka gị na ya si itinye ya n'ụlọ ikpe o nwere onye che ka m mechie ya o nwere gị na ya jere ụlọ ikpe o nweziri nwere ike ikwu okwu ihe gbasara ya kịta ka ọ sị hapụ ya
ikpe bụ na ya ka n'ụlọ ikpe ọ na-aga n'ihu ọfụma onye ihe nwere ike ikwu na ya mana ịmana nwanne m nke bụ eziokwu bụ na ihe afọ na aka o wetara aka mkpụta maka onye ahụ bịkọz oge nchọpụtara na ndị nwere ha na-achọ efi soro okwu ndụkwukwu efi na ntụbaka ya ọrụkọ maka na onye ndadịrị nke adịsa na-achọ efi sa na-achọ ndị na-achọ efi ịma bifọ na echekwa na n'ofu ala ji ka a na-achọ efi gọtago ya ndị mara ha na-ebibe nchọpụta oge o mechara nchọpụta na-abụ agbụrụ na-abụ a na-ekwu nka ndị nke ọzọ na-ekwu so si na ekwudo okwu onye ahụ ya na-eme ya ihe mkpa bụ na bikọs nkwuwa okwu ya ana m enye relevance when I discuss him, I give him relevance. So, and you watch for some time. When you get out, Ejiofor. So, because we are not the same person. So, because darkness and light has no fitting point. Because, and of course, you know I'm a child of grace. And when you fight a child of grace, you will be disgraced. So, and also there's no competition in destiny. You have a true destiny. None of them. So, Maraman take that glory. Maraman Mara it is go make me for job. Other possible. I don't think I'm going near me. So the point is that I address issues between me and him legally, and the matter is live in court. I'm serving processes, and this we are on. So don't have anything in response. So I choose not to mention his name because I know each time I mention his name, it becomes relevant to him, and then the matter so I will talk to him, discuss him, on a level to understand what I'm talking about. So, because just for reasons already profound, I don't think it's important to bring it into this topic. Thank you so much.
Ndewo otis wekwu ya ka nsi weche maka onye akpọrọ aha maragwo agaghị akpọkwana ya afa. Ngwanụ Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị nọ na Zoom o nwere ajụjụ ịchọrọ ịjụ onye ọkaikpe anyị anyị na ya nọ na-achị awa ito ọ kọchachachara anyị ife dị ya n'obi ịkwa anyị ka anyị ghọta ajụkwana anyị ajụjụ ndị nke anyị nwegasịrị ebe a. O nwere ike uche ofu onye adịghị ezu, o nwere ike ngụnwa o nwekwara ife dịgasị aṅaa gbasara ife anyị na-eme kịta ịchọrọ ịjụ ngachọ ọ na ịnọ na Zoom iwene aka enu. O nwere onye nke na-ewene aka enu m ga-akpọbata gị ka i kwuo okwu. Onwe ndị na-eme ekere anyị noise ebe a. Okay. Ngwa Mazi Agwụ Kanlụ iwere aka gị na-emego gị on mute. Ị na-afụ ị nweta ya? Ị nwere ajụjụ? Mazi ị na-anụ m? Ị n'ebe ahụ?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ngwa gaa n'iru. Ị na-akpụ n'Igbo ka n'olu Igbo? Gaa n'iru.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Gaa n'iru.
Okay, thank you so much, our barrister. You have said all, but what I wanted to know is this. We saw some few months ago, on a WhatsApp chat, which exposes the fact that the infiltrator, the agent provocateur in Finland, is communicating with the lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, and it is very clear that he has been an intermediary between the Ekperima and the politicians. And I want to know if our leader is aware of this particular fact, and still this man is still very close to the intimacy of what we are doing. That is my question. Thank you so much.
Ndewo. Barrister gaa n'iru.
Oh, thank you so much. The point is that, as I told you, the fact is clear, and during the introductory part of this, okay, just 3 minutes ago, that a lot of things are on the table. And Onyendu should know that Onyendu is also not strong health-wise. And I am managing him the most I can, health-wise, because I'm more more concerned about things that will make him feel happy and things that will make him feel healthy. So I know this subject has been discussed with him effectively and comprehensively, and it is where it is. Because my one problem about this now, we do in a place we don't have access to some of these write-ups. So we don't have access to it except what they are finding in court. And maybe because of of course, Iboyan is a very careful guy and a very person who is very circumspect of things around him. What is going on. I've discussed that with him, and he doesn't have access to the documents in question, which has gone viral, and I know the implication of that document. But I told him in detail what it connects. So now when I discovered that Nandemon Hana was more circumspect forced to answer your question, yes, but he doesn't have the information. That will not. It's not within my power to insist a particular person is stopped from saying it. No, it's not within my powers. And of course, you should also know that when politics around the parliament and people who are saying a lot of things are going on. So, which I said, and what I'm saying to the first today is just 30% of what I will say when I need to come out. So, but let me give you foundational bits for at least the ground information about what is happening around me and also our level of involvement is and our victories we're achieving so far, and also our dedication to the case, our commitment to ensure that all Biafrans and IPOB members who are lawfully detained and arrested will be released. So I will leave it at this point until when on this. I think.
Thank you, Barrister. Kam bobata Mazi Onyeka Ekekwe. Mazi, you're on mute now. You can ask your question.
Okay. Dalu Barrister. Jisike n'ọlụ ọma niile na-alụrụ ụmụ Igbo. Chineke nọ n'eluigwe ga na-edu gị maka na aka gị dị ọcha. Ekpere na-ekpe n'isi gị bụ ọchụ ọkụkọ nwa ada ngwongwo ọsọ. Ị ga na-eje na-abata. Chineke ga na-agọzi gị. Barrister Agwu ajụọna one of the question nchọpụrụ njụ. Anyị isago onye ga-esi wee sa ya. Another question nwere bụ ife gbasara Kenya. O nwere any particular ikpe anyị nwere na Kenya, that is ndị otu anyị ndị IPOB nwere gbasara ife anyị na-eme na Kenya ma ọ na-ezwegide onye ndu na Kenya. Ọ nwere nwere ike mgbatụla anyị aka n'ihe gbasara ikpe nwere na Kenya. Daalụ.
Dewo Mazi ajụjụ gị banya. Barrister.
Thank you. Mazi, the point is that when Onyedo was abducted, kidnapped in Kenya and extradited to Nigeria, certain legal steps were taken was initiated, and which includes filing action against the Kenyan government and those involved in extradition. So I'm not the one handling that case, and I'm not privy to information about the state of the case. But I know that I'm aware that I don't think anything useful is coming up from that case. So I don't think something positive has come out from that case. Or I can also confirm that the judgment has been delivered. I can confirm that because I'm not part of the case. But I know a matter, and the civil suit was initiated against Kenya government and those involved in the process. So, but I can't confirm to you whether the matter has been disposed of or anything positive is coming out from the case. So, because I believe that matter, we stopped discussing that matter months ago, sure. So I don't think I'm not part of it. I can't give sufficient information about the update in the matter. But I know of the fact that the judgment has not been delivered, or unless the matter was dismissed, it's not impossible. As the dismissal is not possible.
The Barrister. Ka anyị kpọbata onye nke afa gị bụ Denver TWE3. Ka ị jụọ ajụjụ gị.
Hello, Mazi. Can you hear me, Mazi?
Yeah, I can hear you. Ganiru.
Okay. Thank you, great people. Mazi, I made a mistake that I couldn't put my name there. Who is talking to you all is the Biafran child Nwachineke. Ndewo, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, sir. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, I greet you so much for the good work you are doing for the great people of Biafra. Of course, we know that you are not a member of IPOB, but we know that you love your people with your heart. Mazi, I just want to talk about Emeka from Emeka. Of course, the head of DOS, which is Mazi Shike Doziem, who is in charge on absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no dispute on that. and anything Mazi Doziem says goes. Mazi, we heard Mazi Doziem, and we heard him clear that anything that happens to you is a make offer. And we are saying it to every person in that contraption called Damnable Zoo. Mazi, we know that we are still in the zoo. But for us, Nigeria is a zoo. We don't regard Nigeria as a nation. Nigeria is not a country. We know that. And we are telling Emeka Ofo that anything that happens to you, because he thinks that maybe he tied his life on Iroko tree. We know him. We know every of his Appian way. We know he's going and coming in. Anything that happens to you or your family, that is when Emeka Ofo we know that we know what we are doing. You know, we have been keeping quiet. The reason why we are keeping quiet, we know the reason why. Because Onyendu Mazen Namdekanu, who meant good for his own people, are still there. They are not talking about how to listen Mazen Namdekanu. Mazi, we know that you're a lawyer. There are some things that you will say and there are some things you are not going to say. Our lawyer, Jimako, is a partner in crime. We say things the way it is. We are not here, we are not here to pamper people or use political correctness. Our lawyer, Jimako, is a partner in crime. Hope or them don't want our leader to be out. We say things the way it is. The one they call Ifeanyi, waiting they call him the other one. He said that is the plane of his friend. They used to brought Mazi Namdekan to Maz. We haven't forgotten about all these things. We know, and we know the reason why we are piping low, because we want humanity to be free. Mazi, the question that I just want to ask, and I still want to thank you because Mazi, I so much love you because of what you are doing for us. You have been trying your best, and your best, there's no how we can use it to equate anybody in that contraption. But Maz, I want to ask you this question. We heard last time that they brought a new son. My question now to you is Barrister Osakome, Mazi Osakome, is this still the lead counsel of Mazi Namdekanu? That is my question, Maz. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, I told you people before now that when, first of all, when you do prerogative and right, constitutional right to engage as many lawyers as possible. So you can engage 100 lawyers to be part of him and choose no lawyers out of them that will defend him or the court is prerogative. So when Chief Kanu Agabi was about to be drafted in as a lawyer in this case, when you told that he wants him to be mentioned to me though late a few days before the matter stayed from hearing before the Supreme Court. However, Mazi Chief Kanu Agabi said he will never appear in court because he's mainly coming to appear in court. I want to get this part clear. However, let me clarify this before we proceed. First of all, this appeal rose from the decision of trial court, which struck out 8 counts, remaining 7 count charge. Then when we are not satisfied with the fact that 7 count charge was still remaining, we proceeded to court of appeal, heavily led by Professor Michael Zekomese, to challenge the remaining 7 count charge. And before the court of appeal, the appeal was unanimously allowed, and judgment delivered on 13th of October 2022, wherein the Learned Justice Court of Appeal declared the detention and arrest of Onyendu Mazi Namdekanu illegal and unconstitutional, and further directed the federal government to release him unconditionally, and proceeded to direct that Mazi Namdekanu cannot face any further indictment or be tried in any court before in Nigerian court for gross violation of his rights. So then the federal government appealed against that decision of the Court of Appeal. We also settled we followed it up, because when they appeal against that of the Court of Appeal, they went to sleep, as I earlier mentioned. We also followed it up to ensure that records were transmitted to the Supreme Court, and when after transmission of records, timeline within which for them to file a respondent appellate brief in line with the practice direction, Supreme Court Supreme Court allows, they didn't file any process. We filed an application to get the appeal dismissed. It was at that point we discovered that a few days after filing an application to dismiss the appeal against Mazi, against the short of appeal, that the federal government filed the appellate brief out of time along with the motion for time extension and didn't serve us. So we quickly filed application for CTC of that same process they filed, obtain it. Then responded to what they filed. This process we are filing before the Court of Appeal was being filed under the supervision, scrutiny, and able leadership of Professor Michael Zekon. Is one signing, one going through it, one vetting it, one authorizing filing as a lead counsel. So at the end of the entire processes before the Supreme Court, during which some applications were also disposed of, some were thrown out before a date was taken for different hearing of that appeal before the Supreme Court. At that point, the matter was adjourned for different hearing. I want the Biafrans to listen carefully. The entire processes for the matter has been exchanged and filed. So it's not coming for the hearing of those applications filed and signed by Professor Michael Zekon as the counsel. So the fact that Oyendu decided to bring in Chief Mike as a SN does not affect or change the character of the case or change the fact that Ozekome was the counsel. So, and that was why Chief Agabi SN said he will not go to court without seeing Ozekome and me. He said he will not go to court. Despite the fact that Oyendu has briefed him to come and be with us in court, he said no, he can't go. He can't be in court without seeing us. Then the meeting was scheduled, and we attended the meeting with him. We had a meeting, a very wonderful discussion with him. He's a very nice man. I must commend him. Very respectable elder statesman. So we had a meeting, and he said, no, Ejiofor. I said, Professor Kome, let me say this to you. You have been my friend for so many years, and I hold you a high esteem as a very intelligent and educated professor of law and very senior advocate of Nigeria. Please, I was briefed to be in court with you people, but I'm not going to be in that court without you saying, Chief, can you come and be there? Because you have been in this case. And it's a mark of respect. So, and the purpose for which she was wrapped in is clear. So it's something I will not mention here because what is on private, privileged discussion between client and lawyer. So I can't discuss it here. So he came in there, and on that day, it's because he has to also announce appearance because he's the most senior lawyer who is in court with us at that day. So, and that has not changed the character of that case. I want you to understand. And his coming in does not entail any form of amendment in that process we filed, which was adjourned for hearing on that day. He just stood up and announced appearance. And Ozekome took up the case and lead counsel and addressed the court, and he adopted abuse, argued extensively, repeatedly, and the matter was adjourned for judgment. So I don't think we'll have problem with him coming into the matter, except those who has been scheming to bring in confusion between the two lawyers. But unknown to them that these guys have known each other for so many years. So I'm not part of the point that he has a reason why Oyendu brought him in, and that reason is known between them. So, and he's coming in to court on that day. I don't think has affected the character of the case so far. I would be very honest with you. So, and I don't think he has done anything to any of us that will warrant any attack on him. I don't think so. So, and as I had mentioned earlier, it's Oyendu's prerogative to bring legal rights to bring in lawyers and expand his legal thing. I don't think I have a problem with that. So now the matter has been concluded in Supreme Court. Today is coming up for judgment on 15th of December 2015 is 23. The journal will be delivered, and that will be the end of the case. So if there's anything Oyendu wants Zekome to do for him, he will now give me a fresh brief. Or want Agabi to do for him, he will also give a fresh brief. So this is how it works. I don't think there's any problem or probably any confusion about it, or is coming in to take over the case or give the counsel or no counsel. It's not important because the matter has been concluded before he came in and announced appearance to us. The matter has been concluded. We obtained briefs. We have replied to their briefs, and also they find their own responding people, their tribal too. So I don't think I have a problem with that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Barrister. Okwe nghọta na ịsa gụọ ajụjụ ọfụma. Nwerekwana onye weriziri aka enu. I believe ife niile ikwu dabara ọfụma. O dochara ndị be anyị anya. Nwezi ajụjụ ọzọ. M ga-achọzi ka anyị chịkọtaba ihe niile. O nweburu okwu isi ekwu ihe gbasara religion. Ọ ga-adịkwa mma na etinye maka na itinyere ọnụ. Ọ ga-adịkwa mma na onye ndu nwere idea maka na ife na-emezi kịta ọ na-achọ ịpụ imi n'ala Igbo mee agba ya nkịtị. Igbo amara ihe akwụnyere anyị nwanwe Igbo dịka i kwuru anyị ama ihe iberibe anyị ka nka before you know it na nwanne were ihe ka ọkụgbuo nwanne ya sa a na-eme mkperechi o nwezikwa ihe ị nwere ikwu na ya gị kụzie anyị wee chịkọta
just a word of an advice, a kind of brother. I'm not here to condemn anybody or an advice because him and the bias now onye nke onye na-agba egwu aghara ọkiko na-akịa onwere ebe egburu aja ngwere adọrọ, but it's affecting, I believe, is causing a lot of distraction to our people. I know today ndị be anyị na-achọrọ ha na Lagos na-akụrụ isi ụlọ ha. They're not receiving much attention from our people. I know today by some places have been taken over by criminals. And I don't think that I can do my here. Yesterday, come on, my friend, before Natawa Chief, who be living with living good over with you, but the yesterday, I issues for me and you. But when I jump with your phone, my religion. You know, one the Bible now. My father died at the age of 99, and he died a traditionalist. My father as a traditionalist. I buried my father 2012. After my father 3 days, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2012. And as of today, in Anambra State, you have my father there. That's what I do. In Anambra State, I follow. Go to my father. I can challenge anybody. It's what I for my father. 3 days come for my father. One on a while. I hold my father. So that I'm a start of Christopher. Here na yon by because only joke a face in nature. You can see, and when many friends today, the moment I had it very close. Bishops, I have a lot of people, bishops, so the point is that now, in Kenya, my face here, happiness that here, other met everything. All on you do can could queen when dinner they go to another hair gonna make how business couldn't in the mean was on the because but then I go oh no you never come and let me know when I go bro I don't want to encourage the situation whereby somebody will come out from you and I mean you can do what you're doing without mentioning people's name. You know women I can do what I'm doing without mentioning people's name. I can tell you this, let me say this publicly. At a point, the women in Anambra State came to visit me. I sat them down in my house and I advised them. Musi and my father, my uncle, or if them, the whole world. My father died a traditionalist. Nobody home they make and they well. No, only the woman and a while when you go for life, honey. You can be doing what you're doing. And some car drama can happen. So this is a me too. I'm not a melon. Because see, only because they influence conduct on the buying head also. The way they joke up, we only one of money with a matter 1,000 or 5,000. Now go who is going to carry us up on the mud. You can work into Andada, we work into Andada, here in Abo, the other two. Only cause Kissy, never can get them off. I try to couple something happy hand and engage in there. You won't power. If you made that Mando commanding the woman, we don't know who can name the canoe. I want to work again. If you are using that, you are devoting that time to hear Basalia, by now the whole world got there, and the money done, and you put in that bell. Oh no, when you have Joe Melumbo Nan can wage the whole one I do packet. Time I Jan or go on, and I know go can I hear an event visited. It will never come on work age. Later, start to over what could I talk about one day, but I'm already up on a buy. When up on a buy. Umakama Jaco, Marajaco. But I'm not the kind of Patagonia I was to go. So what time I did that? They will let Tini Kumaka work age. We are very important to everybody. What is very important to us. And they put that and they buying only angry everywhere. So you know, it's a word of advice. So see what I can embrace quinte. See now you can no weapons. Okay, quinte no woman. That's no don't. You can be doing those things now. Okay, na kono camera without a person mention them. So all word of advice can now because plan yesterday can do some friend they might go them one day yesterday one day now go here. I don't think it's tidy. I don't think it's proper. So all advice in the end by come on I again there. Thank you so much. Wow, I'm wearing that condemn. I'm not condemning you. We are it's freedom of religion say right. They consider right. It's all on gate to here, they will they bully our concabasalo. It's on never care then the point where I like right stop and tell me because of you. I'm an idiot. I first only 1 night work at that's most important thing now. First year so that by Friday I apply. We are not just week. Thank you so much and God bless all of you. Thank you for having me in this platform.
Ndewo, thank you very much, Barrister. Ngwa n'Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị ụmụnna unu anụgo anyị ga-achịkọta n'ebe a. Ọ bụ na Radio Biafra nwanne anyị onye nke anyị onye ọkaikpe anyị onye na-ejekwa afụ onye ndu anyị ọ na-afe ya anya ka okwu ya na ekwu okwu ọya nwa nọnyere anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa ife abụ ofu afọ anyị na ya kpakọrịtakwa nkata n'afọ gara aga anyị na-emekwa taa. Barrister anyị na-asị gị jide nke ije egwu atụ na gị ma ndị ọjọọ na-eme efefa na-eme IPOB kwụ gị n'azụ o nwerekwana ndị karịrị anyị na n'Igbo kịta ofu nkwa m ga-ekwe gị o nwere ndị karịrị anyị ihe ha ji wee ego ha nwekwana ebe oyi dije ha ego enwe ha anyị kwụ gị na akụzi kwụsị gị ike maka ị na-arụ n'anya ezigbo ọrụ ya bụrụ ọgọdụ ụmụnne anyị na-eje na-akpọpụta akpọrọ ha kpochie ndị zuru achọ ka a mara ị na-ejecha nwere bi na-anaghị etinye sọsọ ya godu sọsọ ya alone na-enye anyị obi aṅụrị anyị kwụ gị n'azụ dịka wa HOD Maazị Chike Dozie m si wee kwuo na anyị kwụ gị n'azụ onye asịzi na ya pụta mee mana anyị mana nwere ife ọya ma nwekwa ife ya eme gị Chukwu okike abịa ma nọnyere gị ọya na-edu gị na-eche gị mgbe niile. Ndewo Barrister. Ndewo.
Nwachineke gozie unu for having me in this platform. I did very beautiful angle. And if I talk camera on my kata, I did go believe to this level extent. And the okay come over, you got on the high there. I can in the bias why I go and I go for you as all the Canada. So now I can you Chineke gozie unu I gozie onye ọbụla. Mana ndị aka ji aka ya rapụta Chineke emebele Chukwu aka Chukwu because ha na-eme abụrụ ihe mmụọ na ma ndị mmadụ ọ mara ihe ji aka ọcha eme ịghọta ogwerọkwa nke ịfụ nna alụ ọgwụkwọ onye na-eme ego sisi mbido ọlụbalụ ndị ya ndị ibe ndị apị onwere onye nye $1 si na na-akwụ ụgwọ n'ọgwụ aka a na-akwụ ụgwọ na-eje mara nye for that month but I spend almost every month of 5,000 every week he just sponsor ụmụaka na-eje content but I'm not complaining so ihe na mana Chukwu na because Chukwu has the work paying me back and God is paying me back because I run a very efficient practice. Even big office, I have done it and I won cases. I win my cases everywhere and they get caught. So and nobody can come out there. So here now you know, man, the lawyer say about the park. How about how we had a mellow, no had a mellow, I had a mellow to die. Go ahead and attack a snack in 1 million, 100 million. The guy had. So thank you very much and love and God bless the US, bless Chike Dozie, bless the resident. As a matter of fact, as I've said it before, open the kind of wisdom did that guy listen and the NSO. Believe me by now, I can't that cat. I took Jack Jagosi. With that guy will go on that gossip even there. So we can look better. Not the kind of attack. I have attack around. Onafu. Is okay apathy. True to. That's all you will also put your guana near Nana. They may tackle work with this year about on our fear. So a blind Pebuna come 15th of December 2023. Only the Mazi can will be free. Thank you and God bless you. And have a wonderful Sunday and week ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much.